Okay, welcome to another strange video. You may think, Ross, you've done one of these before. You did a 7-hour rank game before that you sat through the entire time. You sat through the entire duration of a game that lasted 7 full hours. Mr. Hody, thank you for this up. Well, this one is slightly different, but also very similar. It's a different kind of idea, but with a similar lick of paint, or a similar idea with a different lick of paint. I gotta give a big shout out to Vanderil, who has a very condensed version of this game on his channel. I will leave a card to that on this video when I post this on YouTube. On top of that, he also helped me with. So here's the thing with the replay system. Basically, what happens is you can run old replays, but you have to have the old client version. So he uploaded a 15 gigabyte file that was the 10.16 and then the replay as well, because I was like, hey, do you mind? He said absolutely, go right ahead, give him the green light, so go check him out, go subscribe to him, etc, etc, etc. Absolute banger. Now this, right, I need to give some backstory because there's some actual lore to this game. There's some lore to this game that I'm gonna need to explain here. So this is a ranked flex game, okay? This is a ranked flex game, like it's a real game. There's no smurfs, there's no iron. The way that this happened before in the 7-hour rank game was basically some Australian people got incredibly bored, and what they did was they ended up, you know what, I'm realizing I'm probably gonna have to turn the alert sound off or do something about that, because that's gonna possibly be a copyright issue on YouTube. That's something that I have to consider. So what they did was they sacked it down to iron, and then they got 2 people on either side who were incredibly good at the game on Smurfs, and they basically just held a game hostage. This is a rank flex, and I'm pretty sure that at least like 8. I think it's a full 10-man squad. I actually think it's a 10-man squad, like 5 groups of 5 people, 2 groups of 5 people. Either that, or you know, Karthus is also on his Janna laptop and he's also doing all this, you know what I mean? Lars, thank you very much for the sub, by the way. So do you want to know something crazy? This game, this Karthus is master tier, by the way. Master tier on E-West. He gets 3,999 kills by the end of this game. The Veigar ends up with about 5,000 CS, and my god. So we're going to be watching this in real time, the entire course of it. Put 2,000 ads on the video. 2,000 ads. Because to give some insight, the last video got like 1 million views. And I made like $2,000 off of it. So, apparently, people always say watch time is key. For 4 hours. 4 hours of watch time. Watch people. I know people are gonna fall asleep to this. I rate it. Represent. Hell yeah. So it's probably not gonna be tremendously long before I lose my mind. I have been putting off recording this for like a good couple of days as well, because my sleeping pattern has been like a little bit, you know, maybe wake up at like 4 p.m. Which also means that because it's 4 hours long, I have to start stream within an hour of waking up. Otherwise, I'm going into noise complaint territory with the she who shall not be named upstairs. So it's been rough, but I finally found the time to get up a little bit earlier. I'm incredibly tired, but at the same time, it is what it is, right? Look at this timeline. Have a look. have a look at this timeline. How curious this is. I'll be honest, I don't know, like, it's a really funny concept and it's a really funny idea that what they've dropped down. Basically, they have like, you know, everybody else just kind of sits there. I think I don't know if they stay in the game or if they're, you know, just they leave and they have a lot of MR. It doesn't look like they have any major amounts of MR from, like, you know, this, but basically, like, I don't know how the hell they don't get incredibly bored from Veigar, who's literally just exists to clear minions. And then Karthus, who just sits here spamming Q for the entire course of the game. I'm assuming he's got, like, presence of mind for the extra mana, so he doesn't have to back. But you can't really see, like, runes on Like what the enemy team, what they're actually running. When you like look at it, right? This is so wait. Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? Well, would they get banned? Please tell me. Well, I mean, realistically, you're kind of like LP manipulate. You're like manipulating the ranked ladder, right? Because I mean, yeah, it's flex and like who. I mean, people do care about flex. Like, don't get me wrong. Trust me, people care about normals. They care about flex. People care about bot games at level 3. They care about flex, right? But like, yeah, I guess it is at its base level. It is like manipulation of like the rank system. However, like, you know, and I'm just gonna talk over the sub sound a little bit just so that, you know, maybe it cuts out and I don't get copyright striked. Maybe because nobody's reporting anybody. I don't know. I feel like some of these accounts definitely got like mega banned for inting, but I don't know. I don't know if like I don't know how Riot would not be like, yo, this Karthus has 4,000 kills. Maybe we should have somebody look into this, right? It to me seems like a bit of a waste. You're risking, this person is risking an awful lot, a master tier account, on the fact on a game that is completely inconsequential. That they could easily do on, you know, a fresh 30, right? Santa, butt stuff. Thank you very much for the sub. Yep. Yeah. You don't get what they're doing. They're basically trying to get the kill records. For a League of Legends game is what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to get, you know, as much as many kills as they can. I don't know what the previous record was, but yeah, they can probably have it at that point, right? They can probably have it. They're going for the high score. Is the YouTube content worth your sanity? Well, I've done 7 hours. So this is like, you know, just over half of that. That would probably be a breeze, dude. That would honestly be a breeze. Like I've spectated a 7-hour long rank game. If you haven't seen that, you know, you can most certainly put that on the back burner. I've had people who told me that they like worked through that video over the course of like several months, just watching like a couple of minutes here and there. So, yeah. And shout outs to them. Shout outs to anybody that has ever managed to find a way to watch one of those videos. Because you could like fall asleep watching it and then wake up the next morning and it's still on, right? And I think that, I tell you what, the backstory behind the 7-hour game is like hilarious. And I don't think I don't think I really actually tell it. It was meant to be an April Fool's joke from like, not last year, but 2 years ago. So it was meant to be an April Fool's joke. But what ended up happening was, I wanted to cut out the background music because I was just listening to music on stream. I'm now listening to music that is like fine, apart from the sub noise, which I'm now realizing may be a problem. But I had background music that, like, you know, I wanted to cut out. So I cut out the 7 hours and I rendered it, and it took 6 hours to render. Just like my PC wasn't great, I'll tell you that much, right? It wasn't good. It wasn't great, but it took so long to render and upload that it took like, I missed April 1st completely, and then straight up went into like the next day. So I uploaded it April 2nd, but I uploaded it as a premiere. So I premiered the video purely because I thought it would be hilarious that people would not be able to skip to the end of the video. So like the first 7 hours that the game was live, the video was live, you had to sit and watch the full thing. Because I understand that this is going to be this isn't going to be premiered, right? This is just going to be posted as a video. So what's going to happen is the first like 5 to 10 minutes of this video will be watched. Then there'll be like people will skip through it, right? People will skip through the video to like see. They'll click and they'll be like, okay, he's got 1,000 kills here. Click through it. Okay, he's got 2,000. Click through it. He's got 3,000, and then they'll skip to the end and they'll look at the end. But I didn't want people to do that, so I premiered it so that you could only watch it and skip through it after the first 7 hours of it had played, and people were very upset, dude. It's evil. It was evil, but it was supposed to be an April Fool's joke, and that was like the whole point. That was like the joke. It was like, here's this interesting thing, and this interesting, like, really crazy video that, and like also like a bit of a challenge, like that Ross sat through, and like there's like hundreds and hundreds of kills, and the Nasus has got like 20,000 stacks or something, but you can't access the part you maybe want to see, until like, you know, 7 hours after it's posted. Is this just Karthus spawn killing everybody for free? Well, no, not completely. I mean, Veigar, we can do some live commentary here for sure. Veigar is, he's pressing Q. And he's also gonna probably press Q the second it comes up. Is he gonna press Q? He pressed Q! Double stacks, dude. Okay, yeah. Original Ginger, thank you very much for the sub as well. Yeah, it's basically this, so. The man's already got 62 kills. We got 62 kills down. We've only got 3,935 to go. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're moving quite quickly. If you know Udyr received a buff on his R, his Phoenix stance, his skills with AP, you know what to do. Dude, I'll tell you what, right? I never really liked Udyr. AP. Like, AP Udyr actually used to be, like, the one that you would go for. But even when he was AP, I just preferred Tiger stance, dude. I don't know. I'm just a Tiger boy. You know? But let's pretend that we didn't do that. We didn't do that noise. What even is this? It is 3,899. This is ranked, by the way, yeah. This is only flex, but still. Also, Fatball Marley. Gotta give that sound a try, man. I know you're like, oh, I can't do it. Never do that again, por favor. Me when I go Udyr Tiger stance. Yeah. You missed Ross laughing at that noise for a whole minute. Dude, it was longer than a minute, man. It was like 4 to 5 hours of me just crying. I'm starting to build up quite a backlog of like, I'm losing my mind at something, like something in particular. Do you know what the worst part is? I think the worst part is like, I think a lot of the comments on the I don't know if you remember the video I did about like, it was like I said something about like if you made lemonade, is it like, you know, the lemonade video, right? But like people clicked on, because I put it in the video, like, and I was like, oh, if you want to know why I was laughing, click the card. And people came to the video and they're like, dude, I had no idea that Ross is laughing at his own joke. And like, I think a lot of the times that I lose my mind, like crying laughter at something, is more often than not me laughing at my own jokes. So I don't think that's a bad thing. But like, I mean, I don't know, dude. If you can't find yourself funny, like who else is gonna, you know? Obsidian Inferno, thank you for the sub. I don't know if that's sad or not, but like, do people like honestly like not find themselves funny? No, I'm not like talking about like telling a knock joke and then laughing, but like for me, like I process like thoughts I feel like I process thoughts like quite quickly. Like I don't necessarily like think a lot about what I'm about to say before I say it. Like, not that I don't have a filter, but like you know, I'm not got like Tourette's or something where like I can't stop myself from speaking. But if I want to speak and I want to just keep going and saying things, like I can continue to talk without having to like formulate a sentence in my brain and have the neurons firing. So like sometimes I surprise myself with the things that I say and do, like a little bit. I can catch myself off guard. So yeah. Is everyone in this game in on it? I believe so. I mean, they all have like, we got Disco Nunu running here. You know, got some ghosts and TPs, a lot of TPs, TP, ghost heal. I think like they're multi-boxing, if I'm being honest. I feel like they probably are multi-boxing. I'm guessing Karthus throws to Veigar. I guess it's just like, up until the point that they can't hold off. They can't hold off any longer, I suppose, with the minions. It's not 10 board Aussies, it's 10 board Europeans, dude. Didn't you laugh your ass off when somebody asked you what your favorite pie was and you replied cream? Yes, I did. And it's still a funny answer. And then somebody asked me, when Maisie was, I think you were standing next to me or something like that. Somebody asked me again what it was because they knew the answer, and I. Don't say it. It is. Crash, thank you very much, buddy. PogChamp visited your country is better than England. Well, you know, I don't need to know that. It's true. It's just what it is, right? Thank you very much for the sub, by the way. What is Veigar's purpose in this? Is he's running defense. So he exists to keep the minions from smashing it in. I think he's now like offered himself up as a potential like. Actually, he's taking like no damage. Did he DC? What happened there? think Veigar actually DC'd, potentially. But I don't need to move this off. Anybody typing? Any typers in chat? No. I think maybe my all chat's broken. I'm presuming, like, listen, they're all on a Discord call. I'm more than willing to accept that that's a fact of matter, right? But basically the Veigar's his purpose in this life, not in this life, right? He wasn't put on Earth to defend against minions while Karthus farm kills, right? But his purpose in this game is basically just running defense on the base, because like obviously, like, you know, eventually the game's gonna go one way or the other. If Karthus is like smashing people in the base, I'm kind of like surprised that he didn't go for Dark Harvest, if I'm honest. He's running Comet, and I'm like, you really have 4,000 kills and you don't take Dark Harvest? Like, really? Is that it? Is that the move? Also, Karthus could press R. Why isn't he? I mean, the kill timer on his ulti, like on the respawn timer on Janet and Riven is so small that, like, I feel like you'd be wasting time. If you only need like a couple of Qs to do it, then I don't see why you wouldn't. Plus, he's only level 6, dude. He's not got any, like, yeah, he's got 25 stacks in Medjai's, you know, Rabadons and a Archangel staff, but like, he isn't actually like. He hasn't even maxed his Q yet. Like, he's only level 1 ultimate. I don't even think his ulti would kill them. You know what I mean? Like, mages scale, like, pretty heavily with levels as far as it goes as well. So, like, you can see, like, you know, level 1 ulti, I'm not really sure if it would, you know, pop up. That's why I'm thinking, like, why did you not go Dark Harvest, right? Because I feel like your Dark Harvest is going to be resetting, like, every time you get a kill, right? So, like, he could already be, like, 133 stacks of Dark Harvest down deep, right? You know what I mean? Like, he could be pretty deep in the bench on this one, for sure. I'm a zombie. Also needed to do this. Thank you very much, fella. How you doing? The author, contributor, and possibly contributor and sole proprietor of Out of Context, Ross Bimsucks Twitter account. My man. I do like that. I tell you what, even sometimes I'm like, when did I, like, that Twitter account, the out of context Ross Bimsucks, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, when the hell did I say that? And why did I say that? Like, sometimes, like, I don't know, maybe like it's like living in third person sometimes. I guess it's like that with anybody. If you take like anything that somebody says like out of context, you know, eventually they're gonna be like, wait, did I say something that stupid? Like, really? Riven wait, hold on. Riven and Nunu came back, actually. Nunu's back in the game. All we need is Ryze to come back in the game. We can get big, fat, dirty pentas all across the board. What the hell am I watching? Hey, Hyper, how you doing? If you want to check out Vandro's channel, this is a video on. He did a video recently, a couple days ago, on this, and me and him hooked up to. This is the way that we collab. This is how Vandro and I collaborate. There's not really much to commentate on, no, we'll see. It is me. If I was going to, I remember when I did the 7-hour one, somebody was like, why aren't you commentating it? And I was like, okay. Vayne puts down a ward, Shaco kills it. Vayne puts down a ward, Shaco kills it. Vayne puts down a ward, Shaco kills it. Vayne puts down a ward, Shaco proceeds to kill it. And it was essentially that. I did that for like 6 minutes. Because the parents was like, okay, and then they were like, okay, I get your point. It's just Karthus Qs. Riven dies. Karthus Qs. He Qs again. And again. He Qs again. He Qs again. Janet dies. Nunu dies. Poggers. Riven. Triple. Yeah. But, like, there is some really funny stuff, like, about this game. I'm really curious to know the background of just the whole thing. This man's definitely running Presence in Mind, but I would run a Dark Harvest, to be honest. Oh, you know what he's going to be running? He's going to be running it for Gathering Storm. So you need Presence in Mind to stay in that lane for ages, and then you'd want Gathering Storm, right? So maybe Dark Harvest, you know, it's 6.5. I feel like Dark Harvest would be more damage. Like, I think you're kind of splitting hairs with the Gathering Storm aspect of it. But I think he's going for, like, most amount of AP ever as well. So that's probably why he's doing it. Cool, Maki as well, thank you very much. I mean, to be honest, like, you know what it is? I think Veigar ends up farming CS to get, like, a bunch of AP, right? That's probably what he's running as well. the Nunu reconnected. I think, like, listen, they're all in on it. It's like Illuminati conspiracy. Can I just show you something though, real quick, if you're interested? Like, now, I think it's hilarious when people do this, and honestly, it's 10, maybe 5 to 10 consenting adults that are doing this. I mean, honestly, I think they probably got banned, but at the end of the day, right? Let me show you. This is the Karthus. He's in a game right now, dude. What is going on? He's in a Master Tier Grandmaster 350, 500 LP. Master Tier, 70% win rate, which means this may not even be, you know, his main account. Because, I mean, I don't know, do you really smurf that hard on your first... Dude, I mean, it's not even ranked last season. This person is an unfathomable... Who is this? Who is this person? They smurf and master with a 70% win rate. Bruh. A Karthus one trick? Oh yeah, for sure. Karthus jungle. Well, actually, not even Karthus mid. Karthus mid. Dude, I could not even imagine being so good at the game that I'm smurfing in Master Tier, right? Can you imagine? That is like such an unbelievable flex. It's painful. I mean, granted, you can't only play one character, right? So you ban out Karthus. What's your win rate on other characters? Yeah, not like amazing. Yeah, definitely not amazing. But still, nevertheless, right? Karthus is hard to play, dude. For sure. He's important. Like, sometimes I'm like on point with Karthus. Like, I'm like really friggin', you know, like predictions and cues. I know exactly my damage range on my ulti. Sometimes I'll ulti. I'll think I'm fed. I'll ulti. It'll do no damage, and I'll be like, oh, okay then. Very well. I see what you're saying. But, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe one day that'll be me. And like season like 42, Super Bowl 42. Maybe I'll be like so good that like I'll be against like 8-year-old Zoomers who are playing like League of Legends on their Virtual Boy VR headset with like what's it called when it's like, you know those things, it's like oh Christ, what's it called? I saw some videos about it. It's basically you put pads on yourself and it like vibrates when people touch you, right? It's like something. Does anybody remember what it's called? I can't remember. I'm losing my mind now. Haptic feedback, that's exactly. Yeah, playing against 8-year-old Zoomers, and I'm just like in my you know, probably early 40, like late 40s, early 50s. Just smurfing on these kids, man. Playing my Karthus. Playing Udyr still hasn't been reworked. 30 years down the line, still hasn't been reworked yet. Slithering Pika, thank you very much. What's up? We're gonna resume here. We're 250 kills in. Well, almost, I should say. I tell you what, these 25 minutes have flown by. They've flown by. Do you League in Fortnite? I do like to League. Funnily enough, I do enjoy playing League of Legends. However, Fortnite, I'm not really sure. I don't really know about that one. Double Warmugs? What's good on here? What does he have that would make that the maneuver? What? Is League and Fortnite getting banned? How? I ask you. Do you think that I would know that? I'm genuinely curious why you think I would have any inside knowledge. Like, me and Donald Trump, I'll call him up and I'm like, fam, brother, don't do it. You know? Don't be doing that. You're going to be taking out a lot of my, you know, a lot of my audience here, fella. You are a being of much intellectual. I mean, you're not wrong. However, I'm not in, like, the inner circle of the White House. You know what I mean? I'm actually a government agent. A sleeper agent. The second the president of the United States utters a specific phrase, I will overthrow the Soviet Union. I don't know. How's Red Team doing? They're just chilling, really. They're just chilling. I understand it's because of Tencent and stuff, but like, yeah, I don't know. Am I completely crazy? Like, I don't really like I don't know. if we're really going by the, oh yeah, we should stop people harvesting our information kind of thing, why not? If you're gonna ban like TikTok and TikTok and like Tencent, why is Facebook allowed to exist? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, it's fine if our own country harvests our information, but the Chinese, no, that's too far. Absolutely unacceptable. Anyway, we're getting into like we're getting into politics here. It's only I know we've probably lost the majority of the people watching this on YouTube, but still. That being said, I don't think it's like personally, I don't really necessarily consider it much like a political statement. Like, I'm not really one way or the other, like, because I don't know, I don't really keep up to date with American politics much tremendously. In my head, it's just like, you know, people have a right to privacy to some degree. Granted, we probably, like, I've definitely foregone my own privacy, right? I've signed up to things. I've signed up to League. I've signed up to like Facebook and all that. Like, you know, my stuff's probably already been harvested, right? Somebody somewhere has like a picture of me on a wall, and they're like, you know, like, I don't know, on a wall, but like in a database somewhere, and I get like targeted ads for like, you know, whatever. It's too late for me now, is basically what I'm saying. Even though I don't use Facebook like any way, shape, or form, really. On a wall sounds like I'm on a list, right? I'm not on a list. Like, but in a database sounds much more like what I was going for. I'm on the no-fly listed for scrapping with people that on an airplane that like that you put your seat back, which you have every right to do, and then they like push against it and then just start fighting them. How about you put your seat back, and then the person behind you puts their seat back, and then the person behind you puts their seat back, and then the person in the back, well, they should have bought their ticket earlier. How's about that? Okay? Anyway. I hate people on planes, dude. I hate them. The bet, like, Nirvana to me, Shangri-La is basically like when the plane's underbooked and you get an entire row to yourself. That is luxury beyond compare. When you could be like, I could just lie down on this entire row, nobody's gonna stop me. I've only had that one time, and I gave it to Maisie. Sucks. I think we've only ever had like one underbooked flight once, where like we had an entire row. I was like, all right, you just take it, man. I think it's really interesting. It says a lot about League. Isn't it crazy that Karthus is only worth his 700 gold bounty? He's got 300 kills, and they're like, we'll give you 700 gold extra if you could take this man down. The Karthus must feel so bored, dude. I don't know, man. He's probably watching a Ross Boom Sucks video on this. He's probably watching my 7-hour video while he does his 4-hour game. You know what I mean? Poggers, dude. I gave it to my lady. I did give it to my lady. Because I am a chivalrous person. So just to ask, hey, how you doing, fella? You have come at the worst possible time, I have to say. Thank you for the raid. So just to ask, our plan is to watch this for 4 hours in real time, then make the highlights on YouTube. For YouTube and make it a 20-minute video? No, the plan is to upload a 4-hour long one single game to YouTube, and that's it. Welcome, Insanity. What we're doing today is we are spectating a 4-hour long game of League of Legends. This game has 4,000 kills. Over 4,000 kills, I should say. Actually, I think it's just under. No, it's got more. Well, I think it's got exactly 4,000 actually. We're gonna watch it in full. And that's today's, you know, friggin' thing, you know. Boop, boop. So we're having fun here, aren't we? It's gonna be good, dude. What are the rules? The rules? Like, what for this? Like for the game or like for the video? No, nothing in particular. I mean, we're half an hour into this. I'm presuming that I'm saying them like 80% of the people, maybe like 90%. 90% of the people have already stopped watching it at half an hour in, and then the other 10% are either doing it as a challenge to themselves, like a self-imposed challenge, and they're gonna come into the stream later on and be like, "You said I wasn't gonna watch it, but I did, because I remember at 15 you said you're not gonna watch this." And I did. Or they've fallen asleep right now. So I could make a lot of loud noises to scare the hell out of them. I'm not going to, but I could. Because what I'm going to do, we're going to put ads on it. And we're going to farm the people who are asleep to help keep me in business. The people that have fallen asleep are really funding the entire channel. I'll be honest with you. The people that fall asleep watching my videos, they put in the work. They put in a lot of work on this channel. I will say that very much so. Jackal, thank you very much for this up. They're basically like YouTube Red members, except it's like YouTube Black because they're asleep and they can't see anything. That's it, right? They're not actually watching it. It's just like in their subconscious. Buy Cycle merch. Buy Cycle merch. Mask restock coming soon. Coming soon. Whole new range coming soon. Continue to sleep. Get a good night's rest. Maybe make Ross a sandwich later. I unironically fell asleep to your 7-hour video. You probably paid my rent for the month when you fell asleep during that video. You fall asleep all the time. I totally, like, honestly, like, when I raid somebody, you obviously get like quite a lot of drop off from people, like, you know, being like, alright, I'm gonna peace out because, you know, whatever, Ross is gone or whatever. I don't have like stands, but people obviously like do stop by and they say hey and they, you know, they stick around. And if somebody holds, if I'm streaming late at night, I do notice that when I raid somebody, they do keep an unproportionately large amount of viewers, and what my theory is that those are all the people that have fallen asleep. So like if I raid, let's say I raid Fatball Marley at 2 AM, right? And he keeps like 300 viewers, I'm like, that's at least like 200 people that have fallen asleep. That's my game theory there. I think it's pretty true. Yeah. Like, you know. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. Every people that are asleep, they're not like more valuable than the people that are awake. I like actually having people to talk to. Like, I wouldn't like it if you were all asleep right now, you know? Even though the viewer count would be pog, people would come in and be like, you are bought and views, dude. There's 500 people that are here. No one's saying anything. And I'm like, yeah, dude, they're all asleep. Like, this is a sleep stream, dude. And I'm like, what does that even mean? This is my first Ross Boomstots live stream, and I'm off from work today. Well, that's good. Getting Sundays off. Poggers. I mean, it truly is about the journey, not the destination. I honestly don't think this is going to be so bad. We're an eighth of the way through already. An eighth of the way? Yeah, an eighth of the way. Usually, like, I'll just sit. Oh, he's actually using Oli. It does kill everybody. Okay, well, I guess that works then. I don't think that's faster than him actually using his Oli though. If I'm being perfectly honest here. What's his AP sitting at? Oh my god, what did I do? There we go. I'm gonna move the chat box down a little bit actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, doesn't need to be that big. Nothing in particular is actually being shown. How much AP has our man got? Only 831. Double Rabadons. Double Warmogs. I don't get the Warmogs. It might be in case he accidentally steps on the pool. I would be willing to wager that that is probably the reason why. Because I think he's just on the edge, right? He's like super duper on the edge of the pool here. I think if he takes like even an inch closer, then he'd probably die. But at least if he's got 2 Warmogs, he can be like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are we watching? The title says it all, doesn't it? The title really do be saying it all. But 5 people have already suggested that. What have they suggested? You're studying chemistry. What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part of water? Is it the H2 or is it the O? Huh? I think mine's the O. Mine's the O. What about you? What about you, chat? Speaking of sleeping, I was actually gonna take a nap. And you said, I mean, you can still take a nap. Like, what? Listen, you can take a 2-hour nap. We'll still be here. You like the H2? People seem to be really standing the H2 part of the H2O. I don't know. Crazy. Have you heard the joke about the two chemists that go into a bar? One of the first chemists sits down and says, "I'll have an H2O, please." Bartender says, "Fine." Hands him it. And the second chemist says, "I'll have an H2O too." And then the second chemist dies. Because that's, yeah.
What's H2O2?
What?
What's H2O2?
Something that kills you.
Like, I'm trying to think of
I don't know what it is. Maybe like a deadly gas.
I was thinking like H2SO.
A little bit too. You take in too much oxygen. You're too oxygenated. Hydrogen peroxide.
Oh yeah, don't drink that.
What is that, like bleach or something?
It's when you mix it with powder, bleach it to dye your hair.
Ah, interesting. I didn't even take chemistry. I barely scraped by when I was in high school, and then I did not take it as my like higher. It did like interest me. It just didn't interest me like in a school setting. It was incredibly boring in a school setting. I think that's like the case for everything. There's quite a lot of things that like I enjoy history, but I hate. I mean I passed history. Like I did it for hires, and like I got like I think an A or a B. But like there's something about like being in a school setting that just like completely drains every piece of enjoyment you could ever derive from a subject, right? If we're gonna sleep to pay roster rent, we get. Well, I mean, you know, this is like I'm not. Well, it's not ASMR, dude. I'm not gonna like stick my tongue in your ear, like, you know. But still, well, college is different. I'm talking about high school. College is like different, right? College is a whole different ballgame. But in high school, you know, where it's very much like, you know, eins zwei, like I took German, so it was eins zwei. It can be maybe a little bit like, you know, just sucks it out, not sucks it out of you, but like sucks the fun out of it. Zedekis, thank you very much for the sub. Like, for instance, I took music in high school, and I obviously still like music. Like, I listen to it all the time, dude. Like, I was in bands and stuff, but, like, for sure, I used your laugh as sound effects in the video, man. Use my face as your thumbnail as well, dude. And you didn't even at me. I just saw it on Twitter, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. What? Hold on, did you post the video? I mean, I'm fine with it, but it is funny. Hyper Sugar. Oh, you posted it on Twitter, right? Hold up. Like, see if you actually Google KEKW. Like, hold on. I'm so. See if you Google just KEKW. I didn't know this, right? Like, I'm like the third line. I'm the third line down. How did that happen? Look, thank you very much for the gifted sub. How you doing? What instrument did you play? So, stop saying you look like KEKW. Okay? I do a little bit. See if I'm half as happy as that guy is when I'm older. Yeah, I'll take that. That's what it is. Yeah, I played an assortment of. I was hey mom, how you doing? I was a jack of all trades, master of none, but that's often better than a master of one. So I played guitar, bass, drums, sang. I played synth in a band. Anything else? Nothing classical, really. I didn't play any classical instruments. Nothing like woodwind. Recorder, tin whistle. I can play like bits and pieces of like lots of instruments. Isn't bass just classical guitar? I actually enjoy bass way more because I used to tour in bands and play bass and what have you, and like when you're in a metal band, you're kind of like, but when you're bass, you're just like, I'm just gonna strum an open note and then dance around. I'm gonna slap at the bass, man, and then what's that movie? What is that? What's that movie from? I Love You, Man. With Jason Segel, Paul Rudd, and he's slapping the bass, man. I think it is, yeah. But yeah, it's real, mum. Yes, true. So watch your mouth. But yeah, that I don't know. I never for some reason, yeah. I just enjoy. Bass gives me a lot more freedom to run around, and that was mostly like, yeah, sure. Just playing it is like a bit more boring to me, because I have no interest in being like, what's the name of the guy? The guy David that plays like the bass on YouTube, and he goes simp, and stuff like that. I can't remember what his name is. He's funny, but he's like, you know, he plays just like a bass, like an actual guitar, right? How does it feel to know that no matter how good you get in music, you'll always be saying to K-Mac? I mean, like, yeah, Davey504, yeah, that's it. I mean, I like K-Mac's videos. I have no issue. Like, I don't practice music anymore, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even own a guitar anymore. I got rid of my microKORG, like, must be like 8 years ago. No, yeah, possibly longer, actually, my synth. I only ever played drum kits like when I was like in high school. Like, I never pursued it outside of high school, so I haven't played I've played a drum kit like to take like playing around like at practice and stuff, but I haven't actually sat down at a drum kit and like played it for 11 years. So it's yeah. How's he not running out of mana? Presence of Mind. He's definitely running Presence of Mind. So every time he gets a kill, he gains like 20% of his mana back, right? So he's very rarely ever gonna run out, because it's just like pushing it back up. As well as that, I'm gonna assume that he's running Gathering Storm as well. Twitch just signals that the enemies are missing. Wait, Twitch is still here? Twitch is sitting up there. Okay, very well, very interesting. Decisus. Thank you very much for the sub. How you doing? Twitch is finally in this. Oh, Twitch hath arrived. He's here. He's almost dead to minions, but he is here. Runan's Hurricane, first item, with a cheeky little BF. A new challenger has arrived. See, I'm confused in a lot of ways, because I'll be honest. So there's no way in my head that they're not all pre-made, right? Because this is not a normal game. Like, you might be like, you might think that because they're all running like Heal and Ghost, that it's like a low level game. But like I showed you earlier, and I'll pull it up again just for like clarity's sake here, that they are in a ranked flex. So they all made a conscious decision for one reason or another, and I'll be honest, I don't know why, but it is what it is, to go for this this weird, I'm gonna run Ghost and Heal and it will be hilarious idea. Let me scroll down and try and find it. The game. This person does play an awful lot, so we may have to take a second here. How long ago? This is like 4 patches ago, possibly. Actually, not sure. I'm really trying to find this game where it got 4,000 kills. When was it? It wasn't a month ago. It can't be a month ago, right? Who else is in this game? I don't think they're like oh, I found it. Yeah, okay, there we go. So here we are. Boom. See, look, is there bots in Flex? There can't be, right? Surely not. But yeah, ranked Flex, 3,900 kills, 999. And then he died once to make it an even one. Do you know what's hilarious as well, though? This man has a 4,000 KDA, but his overall KDA on all of his Karthus games is still only 7. Is that not, like, kind of crazy? I mean, yeah, okay. 30 goes 36 and 6 on average because of it, but still, I'm like, that's, you think it would be higher, right? But it ain't. I guess he just dies quite a lot, probably. The Karthus did 4 million damage, but the 041 Twitch got MVP. I'm probably gonna guess it's because like Twitch got more CS and also took towers, I presume. I'm gonna go Sharon and hope by the time I get back he's at a minimum of 1,000 kills. Listen, I don't know. He's gonna have to pick up the pace, dude, because he's not like, they're just okay. He's all in now, because they were out of range for a little bit there. He was only able to farm the Nunu. Now he can farm the Janna. Hopefully that spawns a little bit closer. Rise is spawning out of range though. That's not good. He can farm like 3 of them. Yeah, he can farm 3 of them, but Rise is like, he's too far deep, you know? How long did it take for your hair to be that long? Trying to let my hair grow. When was the last time I cut my hair?
Just at the start of lockdown.
Start of lockdown. I haven't had a haircut since lockdown.
Like 5 months?
Yeah, like 5 months. My hair grows quite long. Like, quite quickly, actually, I should say. Is the Karthus porn star Zillion? Is it actually? That explains a lot then. That explains a lot. Like an unfathomably good player. He's not doing it because he should. He's doing it because he can. Willem does, yeah, Nunu doesn't even have enough time to mourn the death of like Nunu here. He doesn't even have enough time to mourn the death of his best friend. And by the time, but then they're locked in an eternal cycle of death. Dude, that's kind of deep, bro. I don't know. That's kind of deep. Just joined. Why not walk around the Karthus? Well, they're letting him get kills. This is all like orchestrated, right? Also, why not walk around the Karthus? Do you really want to try? Why not just walk around? Dude, he has got 600 kills, 900 AP. If you're level 1, just walk around him, forehead. It's not that hard. That's crazy, man. Thank you. That was a good laugh. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, listen, I have never, like, I don't think I've left the game of League of Legends. Like, when I started League of Legends in like an open beta, if I wasn't having fun, I would just like be like, alright, I'm gonna go play Counter-Strike, right? But ever since that, I've not left a single game. Even if we're getting obliterated, right? Even if we're being farmed, I will not leave a game. But I think if I was unironically experiencing this, I don't think anybody would say that I was in the wrong for just leaving this game. Like, I would not. If one of my teammates was like, right, boys, I can't do this, I'm sorry, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I'm not going to criticize you for it. Yeah, you'd probably just have to take the lever on that one. It's just not worth it, right? Like, I don't think any reasonable person would criticize you for leaving this game. Riot would give you a warning, right? As long as you don't leave games a bunch, like, as long as you don't make a habit of it, then it's not like a big deal, I don't think, right? Well, obviously leaving games is a big deal, but let's assume that this game happens to you. Riot are not gonna ban you for it. They're gonna say, listen, try not to leave games. Sometimes things like this happen. You know, just try and avoid it. So, yeah. Oh, he ran around them? Yeah, that's because they're all pre-made. Like, they all know each other. So Veigar is now stalling the game. Like, Karthus is letting him come out so that he can stop the game from ending so that he can farm more kills, right? I am surprised as well. I think they're waiting for the inhibs to go down so that Veigar has more to farm. But Veigar ends up with, like, a lot of CS in this game. And I'm presuming it starts about now. They're probably waiting for the towers to go down so that Veigar has, like, a lot to CS with. Because he doesn't... I mean, like, all you have to worry about is, like, defending at that point. Because, like, otherwise, like, you know, if the inhibs weren't down, there's a chance of it, like, bouncing towards red side, and then Karthus may have to back off and defend, and then yada yada. But if they just let inhibs fall, then, you know, he can just let the waves come in. Anytime the inhib comes up again, you just let the minions take it, and then you're now locked in this eternal back and forth of, like, smacking the minions and all that kind of stuff. This is what men are actually doing when their girlfriends wonder what their boyfriends are up to. They're just 10-manning with the boys in ranked flex, trying to get the world record for most kills. This is on EU West. This is currently EU West. It's an EU West game. We don't get to see a lot of these. I'm not like sure what's in the water, but it does always seem to be the Oceanic server. For whatever reason, dude, I have no clue why it's like that, right? But for whatever reason, every time I've ever seen this happen is on OCE. I don't know if there's something in the water or if there's really just nothing to do in Australia, New Zealand. But, you know, they're like, oh, what should we do today? Do you want to construct a 7-hour rank game, or do you want to be killed by a spider that's the size of my fingernail and die painfully from a poison that has no antivenom or something? I think we take the 7-hour game, to be honest, mate. We'll take the 7-hour game, mate. That sounded more English than Australian, but listen, I'm kind of tired, so it is what it is, right? How was my day? My day was quite well. Actually, I've been awake for like 4 hours. Yeah, it's alright. Me and Maisie went to go look at a place today. Social distancing was like not in effect at all.
It was messed up.
My God, dude, I've been away from like groups of people for so long that like when I see you gotta go start dinner. All right, see you later, mom. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Like we went to go see the place, and there was like 2 different sets of people already in there, and then people behind us, and I was like, oh my God, like you know, I was like, I'm wearing a mask, but I'm not comfortable with this. So I ended up we just kind of like stood out of the way. We kept out of people's way. And let them have a look. But then we walked around. It was just weird. I don't know, man. It was weird. Like I feel like I'd get like super anxious now if I was like, you know, I went to like an actual gathering of humans. There's only maybe like, I don't know if a baby counts, so I'm gonna count as a person anyway, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The viewing agent, and then Maisie and I. So it's like 11 people there, and I was like, I don't want this. But it was a little bit old, a little bit dated. But like, it was very clearly like an old woman had died in the place. If not from the smell and the decor, it was from the fact that there was a giant human-shaped hole cut out of the carpet. That tipped us off. No, that didn't actually happen. You hate our own games. Well, have I got a game that you will absolutely hate? Good luck on it. Thank you very much. Honestly, we're a quarter of the way through this. This has gone blast. This has gone by really quickly. I do tend to make that, like, after like a bit, I'm just gonna chat to chat, and we're just gonna watch the madness unfold here. Like, I think like I could commentate every single aspect of the game and what's happening here, but like, you know, there isn't, you know, a lot happening, so. Like, granted, I'd be happy to keep an eye on Vhagar, see what he's up to. He's just chilling. He's level 16 already. 800 AP. 260. He's got a lot of CS very quickly. Jordan, thank you very much for this, though. Yeah, honestly, see if one of the enemy team accidentally auto-attacked Karthus and he died. I'd be willing to wager that they get like 4 level ups or something, like 3, 4 level ups. You get a bunch of XP when the enemy's like higher. It's like catch-up mechanics and stuff like that in the game. If you manage to kill an enemy who's like 2 levels higher than you, or like 3 levels higher, the game is like, you should be rewarded for your bravery, good sir. I think they're floating in and out. So, like, I think red side are DC'd for the most part. maybe Twitch is still there, but like Soraka, Evelyn, Ash, probably not. But I think the other 5 are still there. I think Arthur just walked into the pool. But they have to stay in the game for him to farm kills, because otherwise, because we saw earlier, like with Veigar and stuff, like when you DC, when you reach the pool and you get into the pool, what ends up happening is like you get like an intense amount of like magic resistance and armor. So like you basically like can't take any damage from like any source to stop. It was to stop. And you know what? You know one of the reasons why I'm pretty sure they added that, because in I think it was like season 1 Worlds, they didn't have the replay system, and instead what they had was they had a 6th player on one of the teams. Homie Juan Kenobi, thank you very much for the sub. And this is true, by the way. You can like look this up. It is 100% true. Freak was casting, but instead of a replay system, they had an invisible Teemo that would sit in the pool, and like they used that to get them into the game so that they could look around. And then they changed it because in one of the games somebody was playing as Karthus and dinked the Teemo and one-shot the Freak, who was not supposed to actually be damageable, and ended up killing the Observer. And they're like, right, hold on, we just gave like one of the teams like 300 gold here. What? So yeah, I believe that's the reason, the actual reason why like one of the like when you DC now, you actually don't have the ability to like be damaged when you're in the pool. He's running Presence of Might. He's also running there's probably a bunch of it, like probably stealing XP from like dragons and stuff like that, or stealing XP. It was undoubtedly probably one of the reasons, like, but like there was a game when, you know, Freak got killed and he wasn't even playing. Yeah, he's running Presence of Mind, Gathering Storm. So what's his AP sitting at now? 939. Meanwhile, Veigar has caught up with 863. Pretty decent. We're a quarter of the way through almost. We're almost 1/4 of the way there. We're almost home. This is flown by. Easy clap, dude. I tell you what, I think like anything is easy clap after you would sit through like a 7-hour rank game. Isn't it? Probably. Probably is very easy. Probably is incredibly easy. Tell you what was weird. The letting agent actually knew about League of Legends and he asked us if we were streamers. That was weird. Because Maisie has like a League of Legends lanyard to keep her keys on. And then we're talking about working from home and all that jazz. And then you know, he was like, "All right, yeah, the sound, because like you're streamers, right?" And we were like, "Huh?" So that was weird. He wasn't like an old guy. Probably like maybe like a little bit older than us. But it was very interesting. How many people have watched the whole 7-hour rank game on YouTube? I have no idea, to be honest. Like, I don't actually have the metric. The analytics are like totally useless, because like it doesn't actually tell you like how many people like sat through the whole thing. It'll tell you how many people like watched towards the end, but like people skip to the end anyway. So it kind of is what it is. There's not really much you can do about it, to be honest. Honestly, I should check out that 7-hour rank game. What happened there? What happened? I mean, a lot more happened there. There was a lot more coordination than this one. Well, maybe not actually, but it was only 4 people that were like, you know, screwing around. It was actually a normal game up until about 50 minutes. I think 50 minutes into the game was when one of the players, the last non-pre-made player, said, "I'm done." And then he came back about 3 hours, like 2 hours later, like 3 hours deep. The Zed came back and then tried again a little bit and then gave up again and left again. And I think like sporadically over the next like half an hour, maybe like one person would come back and then be like, "What the hell is going on?" and then leave. And then I think a lot of people just thought that the game was bugged. So like they rage quit because they're getting screwed over and getting killed. And then they end up coming back 2 hours later and they're like, "Wait, oh, it's the client. The client's bugged, right? Quick reconnect." It starts loading. What? You get into game, The game is still going on. You're like, interesting. Very interesting. I do love the possibility that like I want one quick game before I go to work. I end up having to leave the game. Sorry guys, I gotta go. I didn't think this game would go on as long as it did. You quit the game. You go to work. You come back. The game is still going on. And then you get into game and you're like, okay guys, I'm back from work. I can play now. And they're like, alright, we kept the game going for you. Really? It's time to watch this up? I mean, I don't know if I'd feel. I don't know if I'd feel good about that or feel bad, because if that would be hilarious if you're like, guys, sorry, I gotta go, and then 7 hours later, your team are like, hey man, we've been stalling for like 7 hours. Help us win. We're about to breach 900 kills. We're almost a quarter of the way to the. He must really pick up the pace, dude, because he's a quarter of the way through this game. We just hit 60 minutes. He's a quarter of the way through the kills, through the game. But he's not even a quarter of the way through the kills yet. 9 CS. That's a B plus. If I honestly, I'm really curious as to what this Karthus got rated at the end of the game. Like you know he's not getting an S plus, right? For sure. Zero Swift given. Thank you very much for the sub. He's not getting an S plus, this lad. He's getting like a B plus or like an A minus for his efforts. Because like they'll be like, well, your vision score sucks, and you couldn't CS, so you know on average you're much worse than the average Karthus player. What's my man's? You got 400 CS. I mean that the Veigar's he's getting an S plus for sure. Look at that CS, dude. That's poggers. You enjoying what's happening? Not much, just your Connor House Garden 4-hour rank. I mean it's the title. Boop, 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 boop. Why is it that the higher you climb in the league, the more toxic the people are? I don't think that's like inherently true. I think there's a couple of like red zones in League of Legends wherein they're like you have like I think like between gold and plat, like maybe high gold and like maybe like mid to high plat and low diamond actually as well, I tell lie, is where like good players exist but have like terrible attitudes. Like there's so many people that I see playing like that I'm like, yeah, granted I'm only on a like 1 game sample size here, like usually like playing with them, but like I'm like, you're good, but like you're a moron. Like you don't have like the attitude with which to like play the game properly, right? Like I played on my main account on ranked like yesterday, and like I was 70 CS over the enemy ADC, and my Leona, who's my support, like was really bad, right? Like 500 games as Leona, like was just bad. But like the thing is, like I didn't flame or nothing, because like it was like 4 AM. So I was like, you're just tired, dude. Like, you know, I was just like, she would like go in without pinging, and I'm like miles back, and then she's in a 2v1 or like in a 3v1 with a Hecarim and an Ashe and a Lux, and I'm like, bro, like just give me a ping and I'll like be there. But like, yeah, but like I think my Kha'Zix was like, he like left the game and then came back and then was like trying to FF, and he was like, I cannot believe this terrible bot lane lost, and I'm like, dude, like, you know. I don't mean to be a craftsman blaming his tools here, but like there's only so much I can do if like, you know, Leona and I are not on the same page. Like the Kha'Zix played like super well early on, but like his attitude was like so awful. I'm like, dude, you could easily be like in plat, like you're gold 1, but like what are you doing, dude? He just throws a temper tantrum anytime somebody does remotely badly. Like, welcome to League of Legends, dude. There's too many variables. Hey Schmidt, how you doing? How's League these days? I honestly think the League's like pretty well balanced. Like, I don't have any issues with the way that the game operates right now. I think it's in like, yeah, you know, people would say, oh, top has no impact, but like, did top ever have any major impact on the game? I think bots like it's doing better than it was. I think a lot more utility ADCs are finding a place in the game. Mid lane is just like a complete mess, but it always has been. Jungle is always jungle, right? Jungle is always going to be the most impactful thing. But yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. So like, I honestly, like, there's so many people that I meet in, like, you know, Philip Diamond and on other accounts and stuff like that, where I'm like, you could very easily be the rank that you think you are, but the problem is that you think you are that rank already. So like, until you're diamond, you're not diamond. You could be a diamond playing level person, like you could have the skill level, but if you sit there and think I deserve it and I must have it, and it's like, yeah, like, you know, you're kind of killing your own chances there. I've had like such a more enjoyable like experience playing in like silver, where like the people are undoubtedly far worse, right? But also their expectations are much lower. Like, the amount of times I'll play a game, and I know smurfing's like quite prevalent right now, but the amount of times that I'll be getting into a game, dude, and like somebody will be smurfing, they have like a 60-70% win rate, which isn't even that good for like gold. And they'll be like, you guys are terrible, uninstall. And I'm like, homie, do you think Faker like smurfs in iron and expects people to play to a challenger level? Like, no. Like, dude, if you want to have people play at the level you expect, why don't you go play at that level then? Stop smurfing with people that are systematically worse than you are. You know what I mean? Anyway, we just had 1,000 kills. Sorry, I'm getting on a bit of a rant here, but you know, it is what it is. 1,000 kills has been reached, 66 minutes into the game. And I just don't get it, dude. Like, and it's the same way, like, I think the only time I ever flame, and I'll admit this, right, is when maybe I'm leveling a new account and I see that there's a person in my game that is new to the game, that's like their first or second real game, and some moron smurf dung for brains is flaming them for being bad, and I'm like, are you a complete and utter tube? They are clearly in their first ever game of League. Do you want this game to die, dude? Give them some slack, dude. They just came out of playing like 3 tutorials in a bot game, and you expect them to be airblading on Yasuo in their first game? Chill out, dude. Stop being a peanut brain, for God's sake. As far as I'm concerned, if you flame a new player, you're ripe for the picking as far as me being toxic to you is concerned. Those are the only people that I am totally okay with being toxic towards. I'm like, shut your stupid little B word, A word up, okay? Or I will F you up. I will freak you up, brother. That's it, man. I'm not flaming the new player. I'm flaming the person flaming the new player. That's it, dude. Imagine, dude. I just don't get it. Like, maybe either don't get your main account banned, or like don't make smurfs. Like, don't don't expect level 3s to know what macros and rotations are and trigger on cooldown, or when flash is gonna be off. They don't even have flash. They got ghost and heal. Anyway. I don't know. It's just a bizarre. I just can't wrap my head around it, right? Like, yeah, I think it's funny sometimes. Like, when I was playing on NA and I got put in iron on my placement games, I thought it was hilarious. But like, I wasn't like, I thought people are bad here, and like, I don't understand what you're doing. But like, I never once typed is the main thing, right? I would not type to anybody because like, they are iron, dude. Why would I type to them? Like, why would maybe I'd be like, okay, that was stupid, but like, of course it is. I am an iron. It would make sense that it would be. Taco Fam, thank you very much for this sub. I mean, I'm not an iron anymore. I'm like gold. I just got gold 4 in that account, and then I just left it, right? But like, I would never. It could never be me that I end up. I mean, I wasn't there of my own volition. I hadn't been ranked on that account in like 3 years. That's my NA main, and I was like, you know what? I want the ranks. I want the rank reward this season, right? Starting Iron 2. Starting Iron 2. And I didn't waste any time. I wasn't there to flex. I was just like, get the wins. Don't care how. Get up. Get out. Get up, get up, get out there. Something, something, persona. Hair Zero, thank you very much for the sub. Or Hair Zer. But, yeah, dude. You could do the dumbest thing in an Iron game, and I would just be like, I mean, I'd laugh because it's great. There are great games, to be fair, but, like, I did dumb stuff, too. I think it's contagious sometimes, but, I would never get, like, really mad at somebody. I'm like, I'm a Plat 2 player. These players should know better than this. I was playing it. I played the first game that I played on my my main account. That's like Ross Bimsot's account yesterday. I was playing Ari and I was like 4-1 or something in lane. I had 4 Smurfs on my team, 4 people with like 70% win rates, and we lost. And they were all fuming. They were like beyond fuming, dude. And I'm like, but that being said, at the end, the enemy bot laner who was playing Draven linked his stream, and he was like Grandmaster, top 500 Draven player, mid one trick. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. But still, we got outsmurfed is what happened. But I was like, yeah, trying my best. Surprised that there's any Draven one trick still like left out there. Yeah, this game is a 4-hour long rank game that we're just watching here. I think Veigar's actually gonna have to start putting some effort in. What's his AP? He's got 1,666 AP. His ult doesn't even one-shot Twitch, dude. I mean, that's for full HP, granted, but yeah. You're gonna have to start putting the work in, Veigar. Because, like, you leave that for a second. I mean, we do know that he does man. Dude, I mean, this is the danger zone here, right? This is the danger zone that you're living in right now, Veigar. This is not good. You accidentally not pay attention for like you're not getting any bathroom breaks anymore. You've taken your 15 minutes, and now it's time to put in the long haul shift here. You gotta touch SPD. Imagine, dude, he hasn't even got enough mana. He's desperately trying to get mana. This is kind of monkus, dude. I don't know. This game, in an alternate universe, this game already ended. He is dinking them, right? Granted. Like, my god, look at the damage, but still. Dude, this is too close. I don't like this, man. Like, I know that he managed. Dude, what? Oh my god. He was not prepared, like even a little bit. That is not what you're after there. Like how he got the Banshee's Veil because he didn't trust Karthus to not kill him. Dude, I don't like this. Can I say this is making me? I know that the game goes on for another 3 hours, but I'm still anxious watching this. I'm still incredibly anxious looking at how close. Oh my god. This is making me very anxious, dude. I don't like it. I know that it's like watching like a horror movie. Like, you know, the monster's gonna die or the monster's gonna get like banished and that the hero's gonna live. But like, it's still the anticipation and the like, oh my god, he might still mess it up. It is getting to me pretty hard right now. The anticipation. It's just this danger, man. Why is he caged like that? I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest, like, some of the minions looked like they were Stretch Armstrong. They were just like, they were like 8 feet away, just like, yeah. Right. Defend that inhib, right? See if you just keep one of the inhibs open, like alive, it will take so much of the pressure off you. Because then you're not going to be having like double supers. You just have supers. And that's like a whole different ballgame. That's manageable. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, Karthus keep getting multi-kills? Yeah, he's just down there chilling. Really. He do be chilling. He should just go AD. Nah, man. Where's the... Nah. Veigar needs the AP. He must get the most AP in the game. 1800 AP right now. Me likey. If it's pre-made, why'd they have the red team push all? So that Karthus can stay in base. Like, obviously, these people are either multi-boxers or they just don't want to play, right? But they're just there for the sake of it. So, like, they're there. They're like, so Twitch have initially pushed to get the ball rolling on the inhibs coming in, so that Veigar has like a permanent supply of minions to farm, right? So like he brings it in, the inhibs die, and now Veigar can just sit in base, and then just like he always has minions. He doesn't have to leave like he doesn't have to leave base to do it, right? He doesn't have to walk up lanes and use teleport. He can just sit in base, Q, pull mana, Q, pull mana, etc. And it also means that like Karthus doesn't have to back to maybe defend if the base starts getting dinked, right? So if red side starts getting pushed in on, Karthus doesn't have to go back. Can we see Charlie at all? Yeah, sure. He's right there. He's like, that's him.
You can only see his stuff.
Is a porn star zillion on it? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot. The win rate on it makes a lot of sense as well. 70% win rate in master. That seems like a porn star zillion thing to do, to be honest. How old's Charlie? Charlie's like 13. Coming on 14. Hmm? Yeah. Some idiot just banned my one trick because I didn't let him go mid. That's why I never hover. I don't give anybody an excuse to get leeway. Like, I don't like people having leverage on me. So that's why. What's the secret sauce to getting out gold? The Korean advice I could give you is to win games. If you manage to have a good Nexus KDA, then you're far more likely to get out gold. Honestly, dude, why even? I mean, we're coming at the end of the season, right? Dude, if you want to get out gold, you need to do it soon. Like, you know, like in Fall Guys, the phenomenon when you're playing that game, you know what's it called? Gate crash. You know the one where you have to find the door that is fake and then run through it. You know when that one person finds it and they get through. That's you doing it now. See the 48 other people that try and squeeze through that one door that clearly is not big enough to fit more than 3 of them. That's when you play ranked at the end of the season. That's the type of people. They'll just claw each other. They step on each other. They drag you down. They grab you. They maybe shuggle you around a little bit. That is literally what happens when you play ranked at the end of the season. The last week of that is like final door of DoorDash and Fall Guys. Like the person floating above you, that's like getting it at the start of the season. That's the hacker who's like qualifies in the first 8 seconds. But you're in the thick of it at this point. You're very close to being in the thick of it. You should feel blessed that at least you're not silver. If you're high silver, you better do. If you're high silver and you want to get gold, my God, do it now. Do not wait any longer. For God's sake. You will regret it. 100%. In the last week, all the silver ones coming out of the woodwork to try and get their gold. Waiting until 11:59. Like, you know, 1 minute till midnight. And it's just people that barely play. My God, it's a travesty. Have you seen the Fall Guys clip where it's all hackers? I have not. I don't know what I'd like to do at Fall Guys hackers, to be honest. The firing squad, perhaps. That seems like a fitting punishment for literally hacking in a kids game. That is obviously played by a lot of man children like myself, but still. I honestly like the hackers like totally killed the vibe for Fall Guys for me. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Guillotine. I think guillotine also works. Nice and public. I'm sorry if you think I'm overreacting, but like there is no stakes to winning a game of Fall Guys, right? Apart from tearing away the victory from 59 other people who are not cheating. And I think that is just like the most like pointless thing ever. Like you spent $15.99 to fly hack in a party game. It's like installing like a modded version of Mario Party that has like loaded dice to beat your mother and father at Christmas when you get what's the point? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Stop. Oh my god. Joker. I don't understand it. Similarly, I don't understand people that try hard at Among Us as well. I honest to God cannot. I cannot, like, you know. I may be the only person here. You know what I think it is? I think I've been playing with the wrong people. I've been playing with my friends is what the issue is. And it's been, Among Us has been like, Gripsu, Pennywise, Ebola, Gripsu Sa, oh my god, Pennywise, oh my god. French people, man. I can't put that video in this video. I can't video caption it. I would play Joker and Pennywise on a train. If people in this stream haven't watched Joker and Pennywise on a train by now, I don't even know what to tell you, man. I'll be honest. You would hate Toast. Honestly, I mean, I like this guy's Toast. I think he's very, very chill. He seems like a good guy. Very funny. Why did he evolve into Simlish? I'm not. It's just like two French guys dressed up as Joker and Pennywise. Well, not really dressed up. They have like face makeup on, but they're wearing like tracksuits. But they're just like, Pennywise, Joker. Oh my god. It's not a hacker, did nah. So like, it's not even the hyper competitiveness. See if like somebody was just Sherlock Home Hub, man, like a BT, like a modem, and they were just good at the game. Like I cannot, like, listen, I get it, right? See, some people are just more perceptive than others, but like, you know, I'm not gonna like call it my friends here because, you know, what's the point? But like, I was playing Among Us with friends, and then I would be like, you know, somebody would be like, you know, I think it's you. And instead of like them reasoning their point, they would say, actually, I think it's you because you think it's me, and you're an R word, and you're an idiot. You're just an idiot. And if you kill me, then I'm not gonna do any of the tasks as the ghost. Okay, that's it. Screw you, buddy. You're an idiot. You're ruining this game. You're throwing this game. And I'm like, dude, calm down. Like, what? And like people that instead of like having a conversation, they just shout at you. They're just like, I am going to make you vote because nobody else can talk. You know? You want to be friends with the people that made that? Dude, I was ready to throw hands. I don't get angry at games like all that often, like really angry. But I was literally like, next time I see you at an event, I'm gonna Batista bomb you through a table. I swear to God. Like I was like, can I talk? Can I talk? And then I'd get 3 words into my sentence. I'd be like, okay, so well, and then they go, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to go I'm about to go Joker in a minute, man. I'm like, and it's like maybe I'll be getting accused or something, and for like no reason. I played like 5 games, maybe 5 games of Among Us, 3 of which I got killed or voted out in the first round, even when I was innocent. I think I played as imposter 1 time, and that's it. And I was with somebody who's also, it was their first game. They didn't kill a single person. I managed to kill like 3 or 4 people, and then I was like, can you kill someone? And they're like, I don't know how. And I'm like, the big button that says kill. Oh, talking about, alright, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be friends with some such chaotic neutral people as Joker and Pennywise, because I feel like if I was actually in that situation of Joker and Pennywise on a train, I'd be cringed pretty hard. I think I could look back on it and think it's funny, but still, yeah. Among Us, dude, I don't know what to tell you here. Wonder how carved his finger. He's got one of those Maple Story auto clickers to help you get into Kerning Party Quest right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like Among Us, like I played Town of Salem, and I played like what's it called? It's like when you have to send people on missions. Deception or deceive or something like that. Deception, I think maybe. And like it's fine. Like people deceit, yeah. People don't get like, you know, as personal. But people get really damn personal with Among Us, dude. Like what, you know? I honestly do think I'm playing with the wrong people. I think that's probably like the main problem. But like so far, I mean I don't know how many like let me check here. I think I've left the client open, so maybe this is incorrect how much time I've actually got on it. But I've got 3 hours on it, and it's been like possibly one of the least enjoyable experiences gaming that I've had in like a very long time. Like, it was super negative, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes people just vote people out because it's funny, right? Like, you don't get anything for the dub, right? And like, one of my friends is like mega competitive. That goat shell, thank you very much for this up. And like, you know, they are like, I did say to them, and also the other one who was like, you know, you are too aggressive. You don't let people speak, and like that is the point of the game. It's not just this isn't a dictatorship on this on this ship, right? Like you have to let other people speak because like that's part of the fun, right? That we kind of all chime in and then yada yada. And then they were like, why would I not? That's, you know, I want to win and, you know, like get good. And I'm like, okay, playing with tryhards is more fun. Like, you can have people that are just good at the game and, like, as I say, are perceptive, but, like, this person will call us bad words when we make a wrong play, or but the thing is, I don't even know, because sometimes they're calling us insults, but they are the imposter and we were right. And it's like, dude, it's not even worth me accusing you, because even if I'm right, I have to get bombarded with insults for like 40 seconds, you know? And like, I don't, what am I, a retail worker? There we go. That's very topical. Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just like not even like, you know what I mean? See, if you're that abrasive and like combative in a game like that, where like I would rather lose than have to deal with possibly getting it right and calling you out for, you know, being if I saw you kill someone in front of my eyes, it's your word against mine, right? So I'm gonna have to, like, I'm like, you know what, maybe I was, you know, maybe it was a trick of the light, maybe it wasn't, I don't know, just leave me alone. Anyway, League of Legends is happening before our eyes. I'm sorry, I went on a big tangent about Among Us here. Friggin' League players playing Among Us, dude. Trying to min-max their farming on their KDA on Among Us, dude. Jesus Christ. The game looks like a mini-clip game from 2004. People really be playing it like it's the next esport. Like, my god. Oh my god. Listen, I'm happy to give Among Us, like listen, I'm not against the game. Okay? I think it's just the 2 times that I've ever played it, the 2 sessions I had were with the same group of people, and they are a friggin' nightmare to play with. They're not nightmare people. They're good people, right? But this game, it brings out the Joker in them. They turn into, like, evil people, dude. I don't know. Very sus. Dude, the first game I played with Hai, and like some of his friends. I don't know if they were friends. I don't know who they were, right? But there was just random people, right? I only played 2 games. The first game, one of the guys said, "Where were you, Ross?" My first game, and I said, "I have no idea." I think I was like to the left. I'm just following blips on a minimap, right? I'm following blips on a minimap. I have got no idea what the hell I'm doing, right? Which is understandable, right? Like, you know, it's your first game. You don't know the map. It is what it is. I'll get voted out on the first round because I can't answer where I was, and I'm like, okay, dude. Second time, first round I don't get killed, but he's like, you know, Ross is sus, and then he says, Ross, you're not talking. Like, why are you so quiet? This, and bear in mind, this is a person that has spoken. Like, you get 2 minutes to like discuss and vote, right? So this person has spent 4 minutes speaking straight, right? And I'm like, maybe it's because you have not stopped talking for the last 4 minutes. I was like, there are like 9 other people in this game, and I have not heard a single word that anyone else has said. It's just been you. Like, you are 100% leading the charge on like everything here. I'm like, maybe if you take a beat, I can explain to you what I was doing. I could have critical information here that would save the crew. But like, if you just keep talking over me, dude, I'm not gonna get it. I'd rather see you all lose than, you know, if you're gonna make me not want to play the game, then I'm gonna just sack it for the sake of, you know, these people get banned. I don't think so, no. I mean, Karthus was playing when I went into this game. Presumably he's not, because that was 90 minutes ago, but still. It was a bad group. I played 2 or 3 games and I said, absolutely not. I'd rather pull my fingernails off with pliers. Okay, so we're 91 minutes into this game. I kind of have to go to the bathroom, but like, does it, I don't know, do I have to stick out? I mean, if I do stick out, I'd have to stick out for 2.5 more hours. So I'm like, what's 2 minutes in the space of 240, right? Pulling fingernails off the pliers isn't as bad as people make out to be. I don't really want to know what your source on that one is, G. I can't believe I'm watching this entire. Just go to sleep, dude. Just keep the stream on and go to sleep. It's fine. We're just here for the long haul. We're here to say that we did it. And I will apologize. I actually thought there'd be a little bit more to this game than just this. But like, I'm willing to wager that there isn't a tremendous amount of commentary that I could give that would make any real tremendous difference to what's happening here. It is just a lot of carpal tunnel, a lot of RSI on you know, my man Karthus's finger. But then again, if it is Zilean, then he's probably got a personal trainer. He's got like the hand warmers. You know, he's used to this kind of thing. No, not used to doing 4-hour games where he presses Q for the entire thing, but like, plays a lot of League and he's very good at it. So, you know. This match like watching. This very much is what I would presume the NASCAR equivalent of League of Legends is. It's just like Karthus getting a kill was like another lap, right? 4,000 laps. Except there isn't really any like crashes to break up the monotony. It's about fine-tuning your line, dude. See, like, I can understand Formula 1 racing and stuff like that, because it's like that there's a lot of strategy in that, of like, you know, maintaining a line and like, you know, keeping, you know, finding opportunities to do so. But like, those are like very complex tracks. So I kind of have to wonder, like, I guess it's the same case for like NASCAR, where it's like, oh, you have to find the perfect line. But it's like, I mean, yeah, but like, you don't have any, there's not really any hard turns in NASCAR, right? Like, it's not like Formula 1 where they have like, you know, like some zigzags or like some really hard corners that like they have to like really pull the brakes on, and then there's like then that opens up potential overtakes and stuff like that. It's just like, I mean, you could overtake them, like, yeah, it's more endurance than anything, I suppose. But like, why don't you, at that point, would you not just hire like truckers? Like long haul, I mean, I'm sure long haul truckers would be like incredibly good at NASCAR then, right? You train up, it's like when like Koreans like scout 12-year-olds from high school. Hey, Calvary, how you doing, fella? I'm gonna be doing another custom skin after this game, so in about 2.5 hours. As an American NASCAR, I mean, yeah, fair enough, dude. If you like, thing is like, I can see it as a good excuse to like day drink. But then I'm almost like, isn't it like super noisy? So you're kind of like, it's not as if like you can like, you know, have a thing. You could just like sit in the parking lot and just drink, right? I suppose. But yeah, with that, quit down right to the up, fella. You could just be in the parking lot and then just day drink there. I suppose. I'm not really sure how street drinking works. Like, it's illegal in Scotland because like we can't be trusted. But you know, like I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to like drink in the street in America if you brown bag it or something like that. As long as you like don't show the label. Is that right? You always see it in like Home Alone or like American movies. There's like a hobo with like, you know, a brown paper bag with like a tinny in it or something. But like I don't actually know like what the situation is. I went to a NASCAR race and I was half deaf. I mean, yeah, I'm just like, if like, you know, that's not what I'm looking for in a day drinking event, really. People drink here in America when they want, where they want. I mean, same in Scotland, to be honest. Like, if you get caught by the police drinking, like, they'll just pour it out or ask you to pour it out, right? But so like, you know, they'll just be like, right, come on. They're not. I don't think you'd ever get arrested. Like, unless you were like actually drunk and disorderly, I don't think you'd ever get like arrested for drinking like a beer in the street. They just be like, maybe some police wouldn't even do that, but like, you know, if you're like maybe like I don't know what I was gonna say, like around like if you're like in a park or something like where kids are gonna be, and it's like, you know, they don't want to have you drinking around kids and shit and shiz. I swore once in a 96-minute. YouTube, don't even think about it, YouTube. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about giving me that little yellow button, okay?
We were drinking on the streets in Vegas. Like, we were drinking on the strip with those giant slush puppies.
Yeah. Vegas was kind of no man's land. Most states don't allow day drinking. Yeah. That's why I love Japan. You can drink on the street, no bag, no cover. No. Well, I mean, yeah, it's basically fine until you make it a problem. That's pretty much how Scottish law goes. But then that's kind of the culture here, right? The brown bag hides the contents, so there's no real proof unless you stop them for no reason, which is also illegal. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I wouldn't put it past the police. I mean, when I used to hang about in a certain part of my city, oh god, there were some constables that just had it out for us, man. So I wouldn't put it past them, but there's also some sound boys that would just be like, right boys, move on. But Charlie, right, come here. Charlie, come here. You want to watch this game with me? Oh, okay, dude. Yeah. He's not scripting. He's just mastered here on this account. Baby. How's Vagar doing? 1,200 CS. What's his AP at right now? 2,600 AP. Karthus is at 1,300. Even Twitch has got quite a lot of CS on him. He must be bored though, right? What's your drink be like since quarantine? Like, you mean like alcohol? I haven't really drank since like New Year's.
Yeah, I was gonna say New Year.
Yeah, Hogmanay, as we call it in Scotland. I mean, I think I've had like a couple of ciders, but like it kind of just made me like more sleepy than anything. I think I'm definitely like I've demoted to like lightweight. I don't really necessarily mind being a lightweight though, to be honest. To that deciding, buddy. We're almost halfway through this beast. It's not 2 people on each. It's like both teams are full pre-made. We even drink in cars if we're brave enough. That doesn't sound very good. I mean, I hope you mean as a passenger. I mean, I can understand as a passenger. Hopefully the drivers aren't doing that. I'd like to hope. Go on, Karthus. He sent it. Do I hype this up? Do I hype this game up? Make you like super poggers. Are you? What are you trying to? What are you trying to? What are you trying to eat, Charlie? What are you saying, Charlie? Charlie. Oh my God. All right. Oh, you looking kind of cute, son. I used to drink in kids' parks. Same, dude. But I mean, I was like a kid, so like, I mean, I wouldn't dare as a 27-year-old man. But I, you know, when I was like 14, yeah, because it was sick, dude. You tan a bottle with vodka and then hop on the seesaw, spew it up. It's totally different, dude. If I see an adult drinking in a play park, I'm like, come on, dude. What are you doing? Just go down an alleyway like any self-respecting adult who's trying to day drink without anybody seeing them. You look older than me. So what 10 years of League of Legends does to a man. I just drinking alcohol. Yeah, I mean I don't really like beer. Like I obviously used to work in bars and stuff, so like I like making cocktails. I like fruity like almost it's spicy. I mean if you're having like a Bloody Mary then sure, but I like having some, you know, some salche on my drink. Something a bit more interesting rather than just do you like hops? Do you like wheat? Would you like some of my wheat juice, please? Sir. No, thank you. Do you want this ale? How about this? That being said, it's like drinking bean juice. That's what coffee is, really, isn't it? Veigar's Q has crazy AP skill, you know what to do. I have done plenty of Veigar. Quite a considerable amount of Veigar videos. I think if I just did Veigar's Q, but it has crazy skill and you know what to do, then people would be like, so you're just playing Veigar then, is what you're doing. How can you defeat Fiddle? Well, because he can't use magic. So wait, theoretically, if magic is taken out of the equation, then he's just literally just a sack of potatoes and bits of sticks, right? So like, yeah, I could beat a literal straw man. 80 Veigar. I think I'm pretty sure I've done 80 Veigar actually. Tell the Twitch to go AP. This is not live game. I am incapable of communicate. This happened. Wait, when did this game happen? Like almost a month ago. Like what? Can anybody tell me what patch we're on? What patch are we on right now?
I'm not sure.
Your League client is open. Bottom right.
10.19.
This happened 3 patches ago. So yeah, this is at 10.16. You actually, dude, I don't even remember like most of the videos I do. I'll be honest with you, but I would not be surprised to see 80 Veigar. That's all I'm saying. Do you think Veigar CS catches Karthus? Yeah, for sure, dude. There's way more CS that you can get a hold of. Because I'm pretty sure Veigar ends his game with like 5,000-ish CS. I know this is a recorded game, but tell him. See, hopefully that sends it back. Hopefully that sends it back in time. If the Veigar queued the Karthus, you think he would die? Let me have a look here. So, Veigar's Q does 2,000 damage. He's got 2 Warmogs, so probably not. Like, he has no MR. A QR would probably kill him, but not just a Q. The man has got 2 Warmogs. I don't think he's dropping from a single Q on Veigar just yet, right? You can't even one-shot cannon with his Q? Really? Man. I guess they are scaling, right? Yeah, they're really scaling with that 0 MR and and armor, right? Dude, do they really have? Do cannons really have 0 armor and 0 MR? How the hell do I miss them so much then? How the hell do I keep missing them if they have literally no resistances? What? What do you mean? Like a caster minion has, well, actually a caster minion doesn't have it either, dude. But a cannon has like 16 armor. What is going on? Why isn't the game in 0.5 speed? I could turn this into an 8-hour game, but then I'm not going to do that. The melee minion is actually, well, I mean, she gets like 20, 30 armor, right? Starring. How much health do they have? I mean, look at what? The lifesteal on that lad right there. And they have 7k HP, to be fair. Like these cannons have 7,000 HP. So like, you know, why are you watching this? And then it's all the same. To say that I did, you know what I mean? That's why. Why did I watch the 7-hour one? Because I could. Because it was a self-imposed challenge to me. And I thought, you know what? Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically saying yeah. For sure. See when the item rework comes to? I don't actually know when it's coming to PBE. Probably like in a month or something. The new TFT, not TFT. Sorry. Yeah, I made some videos for the new TFT, and I gave Merrick manager on the second channel. He hasn't posted them, but they're there. They're ready to go. The Ponderer. Thank you very much for stopping by. Do me, but it's Charlie and you can't W. So Charlie can't jump on anybody, but he can fire out like a little cosmic feather and also heal himself and blast people with sonic booms. Sorry, it kind of scared me there a little bit. Have you ever met Tenmo? Jesus, dude, chill out. I mean, I did a video with Pianta when he kind of like started blowing up. I was like, yo, dude, your stuff's great, man, and you're one of the only other people in the scene right now that is doing for fun kind of videos like me. So yeah, I did like a OCE Adventures. I played Blitzcrank. No, I played Anivia. He played Blitzcrank, and I had 300 ping. And we played a game together. And I speak to him every so often. He's a good lad. What, you lose this? This is rank flex. Karth, this is master tier. I full diamond. I haven't played it in like a week or so. Right. Okay. Listen. People are coming in asking what is going on. Can you just hover and lurk for a few minutes, and I'm willing to wager. We're gonna be inefficient if I answer each of you individually, so just stick around. Then I'll gather all of you, and then we'll answer. I'd rather answer 10 people than one person 10 times. You know what I mean? I think Karth has got like a B+. You don't want to turn me into Joker, okay? No? Okay, fair enough. Adios. Twitch taking a Baron again. How much HP has that thing got? Like, to be 28k. Bruh. Karthus has no farm. True, but he has made almost 250,000 gold. He's made 250,000, 200k, from 1,900 kills. Jesus. So I mentioned that, like, I was like, why did he not go Dark Harvest? But then in retrospect, I think he actually made the better call, because if you go for Dark Harvest, then you're walking yourself out of both either Gathering Storm or Presence of Mind. Presence of Mind is like basically necessary because you're actually able to like stay sitting there for as long as you want, farming kills. but also Dark Harvest is just like the raw AP that keeps stacking up, right? Like Dark Harvest is all well and good, but like he's looking for numbers here. He's looking for the big numbers on his AP with the Gathering Storm. So yeah, because like even though Dark Harvest like does give you way more damage, I reckon it's not like when you look at this and you click on him and you say, oh, he's got 1500 AA AP, he might only have like 1300 without. Yeah, he's just looking for the big damage. Meanwhile, Veigar has he got 1,000 stacks exactly of his thingy, his passive? Oh no, it's smite. It actually doesn't say. Why does it not say anywhere? Oh, he's got 886 stacks of phenomenal evil power. I see. And he's got how much AP? Yes, that's how much he's got. 3,251. Veigar takes. I mean, he has Banshees. So like when he got Banshees through the Karthus Kinali, the base. He's got the what was the Karthus' bounty? 700. 700 is the max you can have. So yeah. Yeah. Right, listen. Is it my screen or is Ross's OBS cutting off the very left of the game? It might be because it's a replay. I might have like misset the replay parameters slightly bad. Yeah, it is just a smidgen. That should be better. Sorry, it's because it's a replay. It's not the actual game, so it's sometimes like it's a different scene part. Carthage just stepped into the pool, I think, and died. Yeah, I think that should have fixed it, right? It's better now. Not that it's like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna go quickly make a you know, bathroom. I'll be back in a second. 30 seconds, any percent. Oh god, what did they say?
Oh, well.
Like what?
Just read the chat, see what he's saying.
Oh, just, he's a vampire?
Yeah, we're back on this again.
I mean, I'll be honest, if that's the worst things they're saying, I'm okay with that. If that's the worst the chat has.
It is, thankfully.
Whew, dude. Gotta be honest, that was much. I feel lighter. That was much bigger than I anticipated. Blood man. So what's changed? We hit 2,000 kills. We're coming in on the 2-hour mark as well. We're almost halfway there, chat. Poggers. Yoda, thank you very much for the sub. How are ya? Twitch once again killing Baron. Very poggers. What's he got? 750 AP on Twitch. I really do assume that he's got Gathering Storm as well. It just doesn't make any sense otherwise, right?
I'm rooting for the Twitch in this.
You're rooting for Twitch? I mean,
Yeah.
they're all on the same team here. Really?
I know, but like he's clearly being held hostage and he's trying to end
No,
it.
he's not.
He keeps sneaking in and then Veigar just dinks him.
No, he's not. He's not sneaking in anywhere.
He snuck in several times into the base to
No,
try to
he's
hit
just-
the Nexus.
He's definitely not.
He's hit the Nexus.
You do, yeah, maybe, but like you do not build Gathering Storm with like Ghost and Heal on Twitch if you're trying.
Aw. Dang, I was rooting for him.
Twitch is not trying to end this game. I'm sure of it.
I didn't consider summoner spells or like
Yeah.
his runes or anything.
For sure. He is 'twas a meme, good sir. Printing the dude, thank you very much for this up. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I figure he's just coming into base every so often just to like give Veigar some extra stacks maybe or something, I don't know. Or they're just bored. Presumably they've been here for like just about 2 hours. Presumably he is getting to the point where he's like, I am super regretting my decision. Not because it's not funny, but because it's just kind of boring. Not like this stream, which is incredibly interesting and exciting and always engaging with my audience. 100% audience retention. Hoya. Yeah, for sure he's not. He is not playing the game to play it right now. Karthus doesn't even have that much AP right now. He's only got 1,700. Veigar has 3,400 AP. For reference. He is, he's kind of skanking out with the items and stuff here. It took Karthus quite a while to get level 18 though. I mean, you know what? The Comet makes a lot of sense now because he can actually reach the people in the back with the Comet that he might not otherwise be able to reach. So if somebody spawns like here, the Comet still has a chance to hit them if he hits somebody like here, right? Because the Comet is like bigger. Also scales with AP. So it's, I mean, it's doing like most of their health bars as well at this point. I mean, there's a very good possibility that there is like, I mean, he's kind of slowed down a little bit. He's slowed down on the Karthus Qs. I think he's trying to preserve energy, if I'm being honest. I think he's preserving energy now. He's like a cobra. Honestly, I'd be surprised if there wasn't like some kind of Veigar Veigar thing that like I haven't done. He's at 3,400 Poggle. 3444 AP currently. As of 118.30. Neat. Yes, you could say that. Quite neat. How I like my whiskey. Neat. I mean, how much is the Comet doing? It doesn't even say. Like, I don't. Does anybody know how much damage a Comet would do if you had 1,600 AP on the dot? Is he hacking or something? Nah, not at all. This is just a coordinated ranked game. You can buy the entire shop 10 times. Can he though? Well, actually maybe. Like 100k? Does that buy you the entire shop? I feel like it probably wouldn't, right? Not that I'm like tremendously looking to check. 4 years ago, yeah, I wouldn't have had blonde hair. I probably would have had short hair. I probably wasn't even wearing a beanie. You have a 50k ball. Wait, 50,000 or $50 ball of whiskey. What kind of whiskey you got that's worth 50 grand? I mean, it was only 7 hours. But I mean, honestly, yeah, okay, it wasn't set up. But like, would you rather that there was people who were like horribly experiencing like being griefed rather than 10 people that were all consented to being held like this? I don't know. Well, Sleep's time for this up. Jana has 1 CS. She did try. Are we gonna watch the whole game? Absolutely. After, we're gonna do some other stuff as well. We're gonna do some regular games. But buckle up, because we got another 2 hours of this. Hoya! It's gonna get hard. I may end up on the floor, but this is part of the challenge. 2,200 kills. I mean, we're over the halfway mark as far as Karthus kills are concerned. He's almost at 250,000 gold, which is poggers. I wonder how much gold does he actually get from killing people as Karthus? Like 90 gold? Less? 100 gold. Okay. Not great, but still. Not amazing. It is what it is, alright. Just trying to get myself comfortable. Maybe play Dark Souls in the background or something. I don't know. I could really just play another game in the background. Nobody is gonna like be able to tell. They just hear or like I don't know what the Total War Warhammer 2 theme song is, to be honest. I have no idea. Probably something like drums. That's World of Warcraft, but still. I'm not media sharing, dude. Cause that's a surefire way for it to be a copyright strike. A surefire way. Love the stream. When it's over, I'm gonna go watch paint dry. Well, you know. Well, you know. I would like to upload this on YouTube, if only to watch the world burn. Like, I've kind of, I don't know about turning a corner as far as YouTube is concerned, but like, honestly, like, I genuinely like feel like the stupid ideas. So like, you know, I'll have like stuff that like, you know, maybe I like, that's a series I want to do, or not like the Philip Diamond stuff. You know, they get, I enjoy the views on them and stuff like that, but like I feel like when I do something maybe like even like slightly spontaneous, or like something that I'm like, yeah, I really want to do this, I've noticed recently that like the views on them are just better, and I think it's just because like there's more heart in it. For instance, like I really enjoyed the tier list, and people did too, ish, kind of, apart from there's a lot of disagreements, to say the least. Like how many comments does that one have on it now? Let me check. I really want to make a video on Farming Simulator Esports. It would be like a league game, but I'll just be talking about it. But like I honestly think it's hilarious. I really want to talk about it. Goes for $51,000. Jeez. Jeez. You sell that, man. That's like a house down payment, dude. That's like literally a mortgage right there. I mean, I know it probably has sentimental value to you, but house. I was in the game with Nidalee, and your roar is just like that sound. Yeah. Actually true. Yeah, it is true. Only 160k views. 160k views is good for me. Like right now. It's very good for me. I mean, you look at the previous videos, it's like 90, 120, 150, like 90, 70. Considering it was like it was no gameplay, I'm pogging. I had like a bit of a dry run where it's like 58, 50, 61,000, 90, 50, 70, 49,000. That was like during One For All though. I like One For All though, so like it doesn't really bother me. But that being said, the Baron video has popped off for like absolutely no reason whatsoever. It's got 250,000 views in like 2 days. I don't really know what to say about that one, to be honest. That's a strange one, dude. I don't think Killery's still here, but like, my god. You didn't like the Baron one? I was incredibly sleep deprived. But I think it's fun. Like, I don't know. It's just fun thing. And I always have had my roots in like the custom skin community. From very early on, you know? Like, you can go back on my channel 5, 6 years. You'll still see custom skin videos around. One of which I am incredibly ashamed of. I think it's like it was like a Lee Sin custom skin, and I just started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it was like a Jonathan Joestar skin, but I called him Joseph Joestar, and I'm like, oh my god. That was just before like JoJo's got like mega popular, but like still. Still. How long into doing it as a hobby did you switch to full-time? Like, I went full-time like 2014. I started my channel in 2013, August 2013, and I went full-time in December. August 14th was when I started my channel. 2013, and then I quit my job. Like, my final day of work was December 14th, 2014. So like a year and like 3 months. That is not the average. Like, that is not yeah, it was Alistair Shrek, yeah. That is like not. Wait, what's going on? Why is the mouse weird? There we go. That is not like why is my mouse going crazy here? Am I being hacked, dude? What's going on? Dude, the mouse? Okay. We're just gonna have to run it like this then, really, aren't we? My mouse has like totally botched. Oh my god. Where can I watch the full gameplay of this game? Right here. Right here, right now. Or when I upload it on the channel in the next couple of days. There is no recording of this video. This will be the first one. There is no recording of this game so far. Is his Twitch trying to end? I don't think he is. Yeah, I still like the Metamancer. I'll always like the Metamancers. I mean, like, I don't necessarily call them Metamancer anymore. Because, like, YouTube titling has kind of changed its trends over the years. So it's better to just call it, like... I mean, I actually damage my videos, my Fillet Diamond, by calling it Fillet Diamond. Like, I should just give it, like, some stupid name and then send it from there. But, like, I like people knowing that it's a Fillet Diamond, so the people that actually, like, want to watch, like, know that it is what it is. But that's just my own moral compass. I'm just a moral paragon, what can I say? It's 2000, yeah. I remember actually, like, not getting into trouble, but, like, I remember, like, getting a couple of comments, because, like, I made Metamancer, like, I think I had, like, 100k something plus subs, and I called it Metamancer. I don't even remember quite where it was from, but, like, there was a small YouTuber called Metamancer. People were like, you're stealing this name, and I was like, I am really sorry, like, I had no idea, but, like, also, like, it's a bit late, like, I've already made, like, 24 videos on this, with this title, like, it is done, you know? But they had, like, maybe, like, 1,000 subs, and I'm like, you know, I have no idea how I would have found it otherwise. I just joined. Dude, what are Hololive VTubers, man? I saw them getting mad viewers, and I was about to just wake Maisie up and be like, yo, you need to become an anime 2D thing right now. For real. They have like 200k subs, 14,000 live viewers, with like, you know, not even a tremendous amount of quality. Your Philip Diamond playlist is missing video 43. That isn't actually missing that. Number 44 is actually 43. It's just that we skipped one by accident. So don't worry, you're not missing one. It's just that I skipped it by accident. How's he getting pet? Because like he's still, because the cooldown timer is so low that it's counting as pentakills because he's killing them so fast. So can somebody explain? Listen, Hololive, what's that? Cubist? I don't know. I have no idea. I went on their website to figure out what the hell they were, and like I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. So I'm open to like people explaining what the hell they are. I know Pokemon's got like an avatar now. It's actually kind of a good idea. Like if I'm just feeling like I want to be completely naked one stream, I can just have my webcam be like, I could be like a dragon or something, like not necessarily a human, whatever, right? I like the actual content itself doesn't tremendously interest me, but like I think it's a cool concept, and I think like it's good and bad, right? So like I think it maybe eases the pressure on these women a considerable amount, because you know I think like being alone on the internet is just like hard, right? Let's just like get out the way. I'm not looking for any Squad W things here. Like it's just more difficult, like being in like gaming space and stuff like that, when people are saying nasty things, right? I mean, people say nasty things to guys all the time, but it's never like, oh, you're a guy, why don't you fix a car, you stupid jock? Why don't you go friggin', you know, do some other stereotypical male things? Why don't you go watch some football? Why don't you go watch the Super Bowl, dumbass? You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't happen, right? As opposed to, like, the misogynistic things that other people say to women. I feel like you can ease the pressure off a lot of women. I have no idea how to fix a car, dude. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you, right? But, you know, stuff like that, like, but I think, like, as well, so, like, when you are, like, it's the same reason that I think, like, people like Cashaway and, like, Rav and, like, you know, like, even, like, Vanderil and, I know Vanderil streams and stuff as well, but, like, who's the other one? Y Guy. They get, like, a considerable amount of viewers, because I think, like, when you take away, so, like, when you take away all personality, there is far less ways, if your content is, like, vaguely good, there's far less reasons why people would, like, dislike you, or, like, dislike what you're doing, right? So, for instance, like, people, like, there's a smorgasbord of reasons why you might not want to subscribe to me. You know, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I speak like a goblin, like, I look like a goblin, I speak like a goblin, I'm not funny, you know, like, I'm bad at the game, yada yada yada, right? But, like, if it's like a text-to-speech voice, you can't be like, and you're not showing your face, you can't be like, you're ugly, dude. You'd be like, I could be Chad Thunderdong, like, I could be Brad Pitt for all you know. Like, you can't, until I show otherwise, like, you can't prove me wrong, right? Or, you know, you don't know what my voice sounds like, so, like, you can't say, Ross, you speak like a subterranean mole person. You just be like, the text-to-speech voice sounds hilarious. So, like, I think, like, that would be good for the VTubers, the Hollow people, because, like, there's, you know, less ad hominem directions with which to attack you from, right? I hate that I'm saying it, justifying it as a way of, like, yeah, you're not gonna get, like, flamed on the internet, but that just is the way it is, right? That is undeniably just how it be, right? And like you can dislike. This is just my game theory. Like you can say like, I don't like text to speech. That's fine. Cowbell did super well with text to speech and stuff as well. But that's just my like theorem for why I think like maybe like VTubers and like text to speech channels do well, because it's just like they're. It's not that they're like better necessarily. It's not because there's more pluses as far as like content goes. It's that there's less negatives, right? So like, all right, good writing, person's funny, you know. Negative is ugly, bad accent, can't understand them, you know, bad at the game, whatever, right? But then you can take out 2 of them for somebody that uses text to speech, and then you're like, okay, well, it's only 1 negative and like 3 pluses, so like, I'll sub, you know. Do you want to become a HoloTuber, VTuber?
What's that?
I don't know. We get an avatar made, and you just like play a video game with like a avatar, and then you occasionally pander to tweets. Podcast.
Sounds good. I gave too much
I was-
lockdown.
I was like watching. Nah, we put you under a pseudonym. We make you like an author, like a secret author, like Stephen King, writing short stories under another name to.
I thought you said my pseudonym should be Stephen King.
Yes, an anime girl called Stephen King.
That's it. That's it.
I'll give it a check, Defcon then. Yeah, I don't think it's for everybody, but how to describe it? I don't really know. Like, it's basically just like face rig, right? Stephanie Queen. Nah, you have to do like something like super weeby, right? I literally saw one of these Hololive people with just Raftalia from Rise of the Shield. Is it Rise of the Shield Hero? Yeah, it is. And I was like, is that not a copyright issue? That somebody with 250,000 subscribers gets like 10. Dude, I looked at their website. There was like, I saw a couple of them were live. Each of them was getting like 10,000 plus people like on YouTube watching them. And they're just sitting there like talking to chat, occasionally going yeah, etc. They're American.
Right, Ross. It looks like you need to become an anime cat girl now.
I don't have nearly the voice for it. Is there a market for goblin avatars, VTubers?
Just be an anime girl with that voice.
I could just be
an
El
anime girl.
Goblino. I could be El Goblino or La Goblino. I don't know. Are you gonna finish this? Absolutely, for sure. But like, okay. Oh, the Soraka's back, dude. She's what? She's gone for the swords. Yeah, the sword Soraka. But Ash is back as well. What's she up to? I don't know. She's just running around. Are they trying to end? It looks like they are. I mean, oh, they're not. They're just giving Veigar like faster things, right? Okay, I see what's happening. How many Dark Harvest stacks does he have? 170? No, 17? Is that 17 or 170? See, I can't tell. I think it's only 17. It must be. It's not got that many kills. Yeah, it's 17. Yeah. I want to see Soraka Soul Baron. I want to be a super girly anime avatar, but with the daring gentleman mustache that Ross wears. Is this what you call my mustache? The daring gentleman. To me, it's I've been in lockdown for 6 months and I've stopped caring. That's what I call this one. I call this haircut. I don't want to go to a hairdresser. You know what I mean? That's what I call that one. I don't really know if it's daring. I think the game's bugging out, man. I think like we're getting to this point in the game where the game's starting to like lose its grip on reality somewhat. Your wild stash looks groomed. It certainly is not. This neckbeard is not a stylistic choice, I will say. He has his own VTuber setup. Listen, if I was looking to sucker in weebs. Maisie streaming on 2 different channels on the side. You could watch her be streaming the same thing. It's just a slightly different setup. One of them is just webcam. One of them is the VTuber. But would you guys follow? I'm gonna set it up, man. We're gonna mark. What kind of anime character would you be? Meredith from Brave. If people are using Raftalia and Disney are pretty litigious, I suppose. I really like the concept to some degree. Like, it's an interesting concept, and I do think it like takes a lot of pressure off of like women who would otherwise be very like not open to it, like, you know, flaming, but like maybe like it just deletes it from the equation. The ad hominem is not possible in that scenario, right? Why is the screen stream? Dude, the mouse is screwing up, dude. And I'll be honest, I'm not looking to quit this game at this point. The mouse is it's like I'm in CSGO or something. Bear Girl. After playing Dark Souls, you played Bloodborne. Yeah, Bloodborne is one that I have not tackled much of. It is really cool and it looks cool. I've watched videos on it, but yeah, Dark Souls is like Dark Souls 3 is the only one I've ever gotten anywhere through, to be honest. It's the issue is you need like a capture card and all this nonsense to make it work. If and when we move,
oh, please God, let us
then
move.
yeah. We'll see that while VTubing is a specific thing, it's mostly harmless fun. Yeah, I mean that's it, right? That's totally it. We played Demon Souls remake. I know nothing about Demon Souls really. I know it exists, right? But I've never played it because it was like Xbox exclusive, right? So like, I never played. So yeah, I'll give that a role in the Rumble in the Jungle. Why does Rise have 300 less deaths? I think he DC'd at the beginning. So the people with the most deaths are the ones that didn't like they didn't DC towards the beginning. Is old Demon Souls Xbox? It is, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it got ported after the fact, but like I don't think it did. I'm pretty convinced that was it PlayStation exclusive? I thought it was one or the other, right? I don't know. It was an exclusive though, is what I recall. And I've always been like a PC kid, right? So it kind of like isn't up to me. Wasn't there one that was Xbox exclusive? Or am I losing my mind? I guess it makes sense because like it's Sony and like Miyazaki is, you know, Japan and probably has closer ties to Sony than he does Microsoft. Did anybody here pre-order the PlayStation 5? Did anybody here queue up for the midnight launch of the pre-order of PlayStation 5? I gotta say, I'm actually impressed at the price. It's pretty cheap for like a console that finally can run 60 frames a second. Yeah, not bad. Go on, boy. Go on, fella. You can do it. Ikuzo. Okay, he doesn't want to do it. Yeah, they're going for world records. That's pretty much it. I mean, I don't think I'll pre-order it because I think like any console on Earth at launch sucks, right? Like, I'm sorry to say it. Like, unless your idea of like launch titles are like Minecraft and Fortnite. I don't know. Krungle, thank you very much for the sub. How you doing? I don't. Vagar DC'd, yeah, for like about half an hour. Probably had to go run an errand. Came back. Yeah, like honestly, I like picking up consoles like towards the end of the life cycle. Like picking up a PS3 or a PS4. I picked up a PS4 like maybe like 2 years ago. You know, a lot of the games. I mean, to be honest, there isn't really many exclusives nowadays anyway. But like, yeah, if I was ever going to, it would be. I picked up a Switch like the end of last year, after games are already out. Like, you know, like Breath of the Wild wasn't like a launch title, right? So it's like, you know, once again, if you want your Fortnite, then pre-order and all that stuff. But I think it's hilarious, like the digital edition. There's gonna be people that are buying the digital edition because it's like cheaper, right? But they might not have good internet. So like I can only imagine the sheer, like you get it, your midnight launch. You're like, I'm gonna go home and play my PS5. Midnight, you get home at like 12:30. You boot it up, firmware update. You're like, okay. Takes 10 minutes. You're like, fine. Then it's like, oh, I gotta restart. Then I gotta download this update. You're like, okay, right, fine, yeah, fair enough. Then you finally you're like, it's a digital edition, so you have to buy a game on the store, right? Maybe the servers are a little bit over encumbered by new players, people coming in. You're like, oh my god. So you finally pick a game. Your PayPal doesn't work on it because PayPal never worked for me in the PlayStation Store. Auror's Angels, thank you very much for this up. And then you finally pick up a new exclusive launch title, 60 FPS, 4K game, 200. You download Warzone. It's a quarter of a terabyte. And then so you do that on the Friday night. Comes out on the Friday night. By Tuesday evening, you are finally ready to play your first PS5 game. What a game! What a way to live. Can't you pre-download games? I mean, yeah, sure, but you don't have the console yet, dude. Can you order a PS5 and they download the games before they give it to you? Because if not, then I don't know. I'm talking about launch night, dude. I'm talking about, can you just pre-download the PS5? Yeah, it's called a PC. Sad, dude. Yeah. If it's bundled, it'll be pre-downloaded. I mean, yeah, that's like maybe like one game, maybe. I don't know. Still.
Charlie just ate and now he's got zoomies.
Yeah. I never pre-ordered a console though. I think the only game I've ever pre-ordered is GTA San Andreas. And they still sold my copy. Can you believe it? I say my copy. My mother bought it for me. My mother had to go and pre-order it for me. And that poor woman had to walk down to Byers Road in Glasgow in the West End 3 days in a row to get my GTA San Andreas copy from Woolworths, which shut down eventually. I think it only exists in Australia now. How dare you make her walk that far? I couldn't do it because I'm like 13 or something, you know? My god. That woman. What a woman. Hey Ross and Maisie, I received a package that disappeared in the mail, so I'm sitting with 2 extra beanies. Just keep them. We've already written them off, dude. Don't worry about it. So, did you... Right. So, let me get this straight. They lost your first package in the mail. You got your second package. And then you received your first package. After the fact. The postal service, it just works. Sometimes it just works, dude. It's incredible. Unbelievable. Sometimes the system, it just works. Okay, he can actually one-shot with his ability. That's actually kind of pog. Let's have a look at the, so we're almost 3k kills deep now. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. 2062 AP on the Kartos. On the Veigar, we have 4,542 AP on the Veigar. He's got almost 3,000 CS. He has overtaken very easily the kill differential, CS differential. How much money has he made though? Has he made more money? Veigar, wait, so Karthus has made 308,000 gold. Actually, the dude is dead and stomped on that regard. Almost 3 times the money that Veigar has. Kind of crazy. Am I losing my mind that, like, I think that having 25k gold for sitting doing nothing for like 3 hours is still not a lot of gold? I'm like, dude, the Soraka has been AFK the entire game and has only not even made 25k. In fact, 18k gold from Riven And they got 4 dragons. No, did they? Yes. I don't know. Like blue side? I don't know. This game is long on purpose, right? Yes, correct. Very much so. Why doesn't? Because they're pre-made. They're pre-made, dude. We've gone over a vast amount of topics on this stream, which I do enjoy. It's just podcasts. But yeah, I think it would cost more to have it sent back and us to, you know, resell and all that jazz. Then it would just be just keep it, man. Could you imagine slapping your? I mean, this person doesn't have to. I'm pretty sure this is Pornstar Zillion as well. I mean, honestly, if he's smurfing in gold, this is probably what average games look like to him. Just enters the matrix and it's just ones and zeros. We've got enough beanies to now have a stack of beanies on your head. So, like, you can now do that if you wish. You just got, like, a stack of 4 beanies and you're like, what? This is going on YouTube for sure. Yeah, for sure. I can talk about anything I want because we're so deep in the video that the only people that are ever going to hear this that aren't people on stream are people that skipped through and accidentally got to this part, right? Maybe, like, a select few who will comment down below and say, like, at 1:51:10, you said that I wasn't going to read this. I wasn't going to see this. But actually, I did. I can see it. So, yeah. That's it. And people are going to upvote that comment sometimes, even if they didn't see themselves. Maybe they'll timestamp it and they'll say, yeah, I saw it. But I think for the most part, you know. I don't think I've lost I haven't lost my sanity yet, right? I could use some juice. Do we have any juice? Yeah. To wet the whistle.
I'm playing laser with Charlie.
You're playing with the laser with Charlie. Yeah. It's going to be a 4-hour video for sure, yeah. Did Vandro already do this video? He did. He's the one that gave me the client, the 10.16 client, the game replay, and his blessing. But he only did a 3-minute video. We're really going into the ins and outs of this game. We're looking under the hood on this one. There's multiple records set, I think. CS records, kill records, stuff like that. Not the longest game. Oh, sorry. I smelled it and went back into slumber. Come and get it. I really don't like that Veigar plays so hard. Can you just please? Charlie can wait.
I was having fun.
You can go back to doing that. I just want cheeky ship.
Alright, I was sitting on my leg for so long, so you have to wait.
Oh my god.
I need blood in my toes.
There aren't really so many ins and outs unless you're talking about my attention span. Listen, this is an endurance. This is a marathon, not a sprint. This game. This isn't. Listen, dude. I'm not holding you. I'm not the one. I'm not the person in this game holding you hostage. You can feel free to tap out anytime you want. I mean, after I finish this, I'm gonna actually play some regular games. You know what I mean? But oh my god. Oh my god. At the same time, I'm not. You know. I'm just gonna chuck it up on YouTube and like let God decide. It's up to yourself if you want to stick it out as well. We're just having a chat. It's basically just chatting, but with 3,000 kills in the background. So yeah. Thank you. Can I fast forward? On YouTube, yes. See, I don't know if they're just playing with each other now. They're trying to end. I don't know what's happening. How many kills does this game end on? Over 4,000 kills, not games. Possibly games. See that Chad drinking from the 2L? Oh yeah. Why have you not put the speed at 8 times? Because is that like not just like cowardly? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Why death timer slow? Because like the enemy team are like level 1. Oh no, they're level 3 now. That's actually really slowed down the progress of the game to a considerable degree. When they were level 1, they were just like respawn die, respawn die. Like Nudu couldn't even finish his morning animation for Willump. The very incredibly sad animation of him crying over Willump's death. But now it's a little bit. Wouldn't Zhonya's be better than Banshees? The cooldown on Zhonya's is longer than Banshees. So like Banshee, like nobody is gonna be casting anything on him apart from Karthus, right? Like they're all pre-made. So like, what's the cooldown timer on that? I mean, he's got, I don't know what his cooldown reduction actually is, to be honest. But nevertheless, if he's like 40% with like Ultimate Hunter and something like that, there's a chance that it could melt together and, you know, the cooldown, like, what's it, 2 minutes on Zhonya's? Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. Nevertheless, Banshee's Veil is 45 seconds, right? So like, you know. I mean, you see completely commented, right? I mean, the 7-hour one was pretty much exactly the same as this one. We talked about the game a lot, right, during this course of time, but there is only so long. Like an LCS caster stalling for time. We're filling the gaps in somewhat, right, with like a little bit of, you know, something else. That being said, an LCS caster would not talk about like VTubers probably, and like, you know, whatever else we're talking about, but still, here we are. Thankfully, I'm not bound by the same laws as those people. One from Heimer, and I did that Annie impression. I still have it. See, I vaguely feel like I kind of know what you're talking about. That being said, dude, it's like I've done so many videos and I've, you know, how many videos? Probably like pushing 2,000 videos right now. Actually, I can check like super easy, you know. How many videos has Ross Boomsocks posted? My god, let me find out. Boom. 1,600, and so yeah, but probably about 1,700 if you include ones that I never ended up posting, or like stuff that got left on the cutting room floor, etc. Then we're probably looking at about 1,700 videos. Jesus, that's my legacy. Haven't watched it since 2017. What's up, dude? How you doing? Not much has changed since that time. I probably won't be watching Worlds, to be honest. That being said, I don't know when it's on. I probably shouldn't like try and compete with it too much, right? Can you pass me a donut?
Cherry or chocolate?
Chocolat. My hair has? My hair hasn't really. Like, okay, granted, like, I haven't, you know, I'm gonna cut, because, listen, I said it last time I streamed. I could get it cut, but I just don't want to risk it. Not that I'll die in a freak hair cutting accident, but, like, you know. I don't want to go to a hairdresser or what have you. I like TFT Face a lot. Maze and I played a good couple of games of it yesterday. It's like probably the most I've been into it.
I'm playing Rank right now.
Nice. It feels very familiar. It feels like way closer to set 1 than anything else, and set 1 was my favorite. Set 2, no idea what was going on. Set 3 was okay, but also like, huh? Set 3 is just like very bare bones. Not bare bones in a bad way, but like it's still like, I don't know, more accessible, I'd say, than the second and third one. Regarding TFT Face, oh, I'm playing on the live servers anyway now. I was playing on thingy, but still, I mean, 38k health. I'm just gonna leave you there. You'll probably get it. I don't really know. My eyes are kind of glazing over watching that fight, to be honest. Spoilers, Karthus gets 3,000. I mean, we're probably doing that to be like a dick, right? But like, everybody knows, so it's fine. I don't see why you would even say that unless you're like, I'm gonna spoil it. This is my first message in Ross's stream, and it's gonna be this. We know. We've already been over this. We did it at the beginning. The Samira bug was hilarious. I don't even know how it was like, how it even happened, to be honest. But the Samira bug, yeah, Baron's health goes up every time you kill it. Just making sure. But you don't think we've been your first? Is you the kind of guy that goes to like Harry Potter friggin' book thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, guys, just so you know, Dumbledore dies." Just so you know, I'm just making sure you guys know. Like, chill, dude. You know. Don't pretend like you don't know. I haven't even watched the Harry Potters, and I know, alright? Or read them, for that matter. Don't pretend. It was like, even the news reports were like spoiling it, dude. People doing news reports on it, like, oh yeah, some guy keeps on going across. Somebody keeps on spoiling the Harry Potter movie, or the Harry Potter books. They show clips of some guy with a sign that says Dumbledore dies, and then they're like, how could they do this? Let me advertise this on the news to everyone. J.K. Rowling really beyond some BS, huh? Anyway. Imagine being a billionaire and spending so much time on Twitter. Like, just get a hobby, dude. Come on. Like, for real, dude. Come on, dude. Like, just buy, like, do some, like, billionaire stuff. Like, buy an island. I don't know. Like, dude, anything is better than what you're doing. Like, start a child army or something. I don't know. Like, literally anything is better than what you're doing right now. You're wasting your time. For God's sake. Work it. Let's see. Can we do a channel point fun if you do a backflip? Nah, I did. Special occasions. If we move, then maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll start practicing. Kelly, I'm looking forward to Shadowlands. Channel fund to pay for my neck surgery. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to my girlfriend who's in the, well, I'm talking to you all, but also in the background is amazing. It's my mom, dude. No, it's not. It's my girlfriend. Yeah. So if you're wondering, that's what I do. That's what that be. How much longer? I mean, we're coming in on the last hour here. Look at the little little ticker. It's like boop, right. I'm pointing at the screen because the mouse is like botched, right? But I refuse to quit out this game. I refuse to quit out this game. I'll be real with you. So like, yeah. Working on. We're in the final quarter, I think. I really need to add this Karthus after this game. Make sure his finger must be in intense pain, dude. Like, imagine playing like Osu or like Stepmania for like 4 hours straight. You'd be like, oh my god. Oh my god. Unless it's just like an auto clicker. You could be scripted, man. Got a Maple Story auto clicker, RuneScape auto typer, but it just types Q. wonder if the XP. I'm fairly convinced there'll be like diminishing returns on the game, right? There must be like a hard cap of like XP that you can receive. Because then otherwise, like, I don't know, you could probably imagine you like did this at like a level 3 game. You get like, there's not that many people queuing at like level 3. So you just get like 2 5-stacks and you just all queue at the same time. And then the bot, you just like design a bot to just hold a game for as long as possible. The game ends, you all get like 10k XP for the length of the game. And then it's like, boom, you put up to like level 21 or something. Then you only have to play like 2 games to get to level 30 or something. Yeah, so it'll be like, there probably has to be a cap, right? Who moves? I mean, these chaps right here, even if they can move, they don't want to. They're wanting to keep it nice and steady. May I ask why you're doing this? To prove that I can. To prove that no one action is too monotonous for me. I've watched a 7-hour long rank game in full at 1x speed. I've watched League of Legends esports before. Trust me, nothing is too boring. I mean, League of Legends esports is up there for sure. It really prepped me for this moment. You knew he would say that? Like, when I watched esports, it was like, in the days of like, personality over skill, which is a bad way to look at it, right? Like, do you know what I mean? All the boys that are now ex-pros and all that. You know, like Joey, Mikey, Marky. You know, you might know them as Voy Boy, I'm a Cutie Pie, and Dyrus, but you know, they don't know I call them that. But like nowadays, it's like, you know, I guess it's kind of like not necessarily like. I guess I just find like particularly like. I guess it must be like a translation thing as well, probably, but like on the Korean side of things and like the Eastern side of the esports, like I don't feel like they like necessarily develop the personalities. But that being said, like, you know, I've watched videos about like how intensely some of these kids get like treated, like scouted from like age 12 to like play esports. And like I watched videos like on like StarCraft pros like back in the day where it's just like 16-year-olds locked in a room for 16 hours a day to forced to play like StarCraft, right? But like yeah, I just think like I need stakes, right? I need stakes in the game. Not like, you know, I'm banking money on the game, but like I want somebody on that team that I like. I want to like somebody on the team, and I want to root for that person, and by proxy the team that they're on, right? That's Mr. Santana. Dude be looking like a Hagrid though. I mean Hagrid's actually like avoiding the puddle, but I do like avoiding the puddle. I actually hung around with Hagrid's son in real life one time. He mentioned that his dad was Hagrid, by the way.
Oh yeah, he always did.
He always did. It was super annoying. He was a bit of a prick, if I'm honest. My dad's Robbie Coltrane, by the way. I'm like, your dad's a fucking fantasy janitor, mate. Shut up. Sorry. Sorry, I swore twice in 3 hours. I don't even remember his name.
I do.
But I met him like
I remember
3.
Doxing, but
Yeah. I met him like 3 times, and I'm pretty sure every time he happened to drop that his dad was Hagrid. I'm like, dude, like, are you kidding me, man? Like, Robbie Coltrane's Scottish. I mean, obviously, like his son's, you know, he was just a Kelvin side wanker, man. But yeah. Dude, I honest to God don't even remember like how he like slipped in a conversation. Like we have like friends, like one of our friends is like, you know, the sibling of another famous person. I didn't even know for like the first like 2 or 3 months. It was only when we were watching like a video and it was like vaguely related to their sibling, and they're like, oh my god, it was like a cringe compilation, and it was like, not that their sibling was cringe, but like it was like one of their songs, and they're like, why does it always have to be, you know, their music? And I'm like, what? And I was like, wait a minute, and then, you know, everything got explained. But that's how you do, that's how you learn these things. I don't like the idea of defining myself based on my predecessors or someone that I happen to be shot out the same ball bag of my father, like their accomplishments, you know what I mean? What? That's no way to define yourself. I don't think genetics is a good, like, as an accomplishment, really. You know what I mean? Maybe this other, maybe Hagrid's son got the wrong memo. I'm saying this, man. He can come down to my house and batter me, man. If he's got Hagrid genes in him, man, he's probably like 8 foot tall at this point, like. I'm gonna assume that this person, I haven't even seen it, but I'm gonna assume that this person asked me to say something. Okay, that's weird. Also, you're kind of arguing, but no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm a 20-year-old man. I don't need to take commands from teenagers. You have 4 messages? 2 of them are commands? 2 of them are arguing with the mods? Get him up against the wall. Get him out of here. I'm only 20. Yeah. I'm wondering at what age I'll start to say that now. You know what I mean? Not like in a creepy way, but in a I'm trying to desperately hold on to my youth kind of way. Like when I'm 29, I'll be like, I just turned 20. When I turn 30, I'll be like, I just turned 22. When I turn 40, I'll be like, just turned 25. I wonder at what age that becomes like a thing. I don't think there's anything, well, I don't know, it depends. I used to do that when I was working in bars. I'd like ID like 60-year-old women. Just for like, not for like a joke to like mock them, but like, you know, give them a compliment. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with like, you know, making somebody feel nice. Like, or good at least, you know, not nice. I think that's a bit creepier, but no. Then, was it also maybe because they would tip me a little bit more? Hey. You pay it forward, right? You pay it forward. 3,171 kills. We really do be getting there. The older girls, dude, they love getting ID'd. They love it, dude. Like, when I get ID'd, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? Do I look like I'm under the age of 16? I just want to buy a Monster Energy drink, dude. Are you kidding me? I don't have ID on me. I'm in my pajamas, dude. It's 4 a.m. on a Tuesday. I'm trying to buy a Monster Energy and you're trying to ID me. It's a school night. But when you're in your, you know, 50s, 60s, whatever, and you ID a woman, they love it, dude. That sounded creepy when I said it, but like it's purely just like a, you know, be nice, yeah. Maisie and I both get ID'd, and we get like if I don't have ID and Maisie has ID, they won't give us the drink because like, you know, they're like, oh, you might give it to him. It's like, well,
Like an energy drink to my 27-year-old
yeah.
boyfriend.
Yeah, you have to be ID'd for energy drinks. It's got like, you can buy coffee. I could buy a coffee and no question. I could buy scissors and a coffee. Maybe paracetamol. I never get ID'd, but I buy a. You got a license for that Monster, mate? Have you got a license for that energy drink there, brother? Then second, I pick up a Red Bull, and I have like the MI5 barreling down on me, mate, kicking my door in. Excuse me, governor, have you got a license for that caffeinated drink you have there? It's been 3 hours. It only feels like 6. It barely even feels like it's been an eternity. You used to be able to buy Monster. I mean, you used to be able to buy cigarettes at like 16 here, right?
Yeah, when I started, when I was smoking at 16, I could buy cigarettes.
You could buy cigarettes in high school, dude. Or just, you could buy them at like 12 out of the ice cream van that sold them for like 50p. You just buy singles off the ice cream man. If you wanted a cigarette, you know? But, not that like, cigarettes are better than, you know, energy drink. But I feel like, yeah, they're both bad. But like, one is demonstrably not as bad as the other. Well, I don't know, man. You probably get like some weird bill crap happening to you if you drink too much Monster. Or you just lose, like, you just become Keg W because you like lose a tooth. Where is it? Oh, it's that one. You just become Keg W because you like lose a tooth from drinking 4 a day. Yeah, maybe it is better. That is. Still, I only drink sugar free if I ever drink fizzy juice now. And you know, I don't drink Monster, but that's also because it makes my stomach funny, and I like my turds come out of like Mac 3. Well, yeah, if you chug 6 in a like, yeah, I mean, if you drink 5 gallons of water, like, and 10 minutes, you also will just drown, right? Like, if you drink 6 Monsters in 45 minutes, then yeah, you're gonna probably have to go to the hospital for like cardiac arrhythmia or something. Like, you're gonna have heart palpitations. Your friggin' your heart's going like a NASCAR, dude. Like, you know, and moderation. How do you even drink, dude? What do you like? You're gonna be peeing like Shrek. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's like radioactive at that point. Like, somebody comes in with a Geiger counter and comes near you, and it's like friggin' Chernobyl, dude. I was in the army for 4 years after high school. Every Thursday we'd have 32-ounce Monster with 5-hour energy poured into it. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys go hard though, right? Because you have like weird split. You know, you may only get like an hour of sleep a day, and then you're on like weird split shifts and stuff like that. Sometimes depends. I feel like if you're in the army, then like pounding a 5-hour at Monster, like a 5-hour energy drink with a Monster is probably like the least of your concerns at some point. But like, yeah. Yeah, man. Like, if you're, yeah, for sure. I've had some friends that have done service and stuff like that, and they're like, sometimes we'll literally be like on duty for like, you know, like on occasions like maybe like 23 hours, and we get like an hour in between to like nap, and then like we're back on for another like 12 or something. Just depends how it lines up. But so yeah, I can understand that. Kind of is what it is. Dude, what I used to do, and this is before they made, I think that is an actual cereal. I used to get the mini Oreos and then pour it into a bowl of milk and then eat it like actual cereal. I'm quite impressed that I've managed to juke and kite diabetes for as long as I have, but there you go. I have no idea what DCI is. I immediately went into like penis jokes, like dish comparison inspection. It's just not funny, is it? It's just not funny. Yeah, there is a four. It isn't even an Iron match. This guy's masked here. Like, this guy is incredibly good. I think it's porn stars Ellie, which means he's like insane at the game. He's insane at the game. I think I watched Dune, but I never actually. The one with what's his name? Vin Diesel. I don't think I ever like. I don't think I ever. Is Vin Diesel in Dune? I'm pretty sure he is. But yeah, man, he is a terrible actor. I'm sorry to say. He's also a creep. I watched interviews with Vin Diesel, and he's just like, "Oh my God, you're the most beautiful. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Oh my God, can I just stop this interview and make it really uncomfortable for you? I know you got a husband, but you're just the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life." He's got this weird gritty voice. In Vin Diesel, he has like all of the charisma of like a cardboard cutout of Vin Diesel, which is impressive. The real thing is somehow as charismatic as an inanimate object. But yeah, but I'm now talking about the Chronicles of Riddick. Listen, I watched Riddick, but it is like, dude, Vin Diesel is like terrible. like I'm not being funny here, dude, but like I could probably act better than Vin Diesel could. Like, I think anybody could. You pull like any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street. You pull Barry from Dagenham off the street. You know? Like, I still watch his movies, right? The Pacifier, it's a great romp through American suburbia. What would happen if, you know, this ex-Special Forces military operative babysat 3 kind of, like, almost belligerent children? Wow. Really stretching it. This man's probably got 3,000 confirmed kills. But no. Like an 8-month-old, an 8-year-old, and like a 12-year-old girl. They're the real challenge. This man was involved in like SEAL Team 6 operation to kill Osama bin Laden. But an 8-month-old, that's where he really gets pushed to his limits. Have you ever seen the Hulk Hogan movie called Suburban Commando, where he's an alien? Wait, there's one where he's like an alien that comes to Earth, and he ends up like renting out the garage of like this family, like a shed. And then there's like a bunch of freeze rays, and people have freeze rays and stuff like that. It's really weird. It's a good movie. Hulk Hogan is like possibly like the least personable action hero I've ever seen, because his haircut is an absolute like Arnie. When you watch a movie with Arnie is like a handsome guy, right? Sylvester Stallone is not like a handsome guy necessarily, but he's like a rugged man's man. Hulk Hogan is like an action figure, like an action figure. Like he's, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? It's a weird one. Like, just the straightened haircut. I listen, I'm not gonna pretend that like Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania in general hasn't like, I say brother because of Hulk Hogan, right? Like, the reason I always say, you know, listen up, brother, or like, how you doing, brother, is entirely because of Hulk Hogan. Like, you know, that's it. Still though, even despite that. Alright, we'll be at 3,327 kills on Karthus, 4,000 CS on Vhagar. He has got 6,300 AP. Karthus, on the other hand, has 2,962. They're doing fine work here. Fine work. See, Macho Man Randy Savage was a little bit before I got into wrestling. And I say got into wrestling, like I was a kid, right? I grew out of it. You know? I think I got into wrestling at a good like time where like Hulk Hogan was still around, like The Rock, Booker T, Stone Cold, Big Show, Triple H, Edge, Chris Jericho, before, you know, he, like, you know, all that. Who else? The Hardy Boys, not like the ones in the book, like Jeff and Matt. Heartbreak Kid was your favorite? Why? Kane, dude. Undertaker, yeah, for sure. Like, there's a lot of good people, like, they were, you know, in the era that I watched wrestling. I'm actually incredibly surprised that I managed to, like, remember so many. Like, I started watching, like, when it was WWF into when they turned it into WWE. So there's, like, a lot of like cool people. I wonder how many people are goths because of The Undertaker. People are just like, I owe my entire aesthetic to The Undertaker. Yeah. Degeneration X. Yeah, man, for sure. I love them. I love their song. Is that the Beastie Boys that did that one? Degeneration X. For me, it was the song that made me lose my absolute mind was the Glass Shattering. Before when Stone Cold comes out. Like, if you heard the Glass Shattering, you know that there's a Stone Cold Stunner that is Amazon Prime in its way into the ring right there. Like, immediately. Let's Rage Against the Machine. That was it. Yeah, sorry, I get those two mixed up sometimes. Yeah, I liked Undertaker. The Undertaker was still going up until, like, a couple years ago, right? Like, he only retired, like, you know, like 2018 or something? I don't know. He's been going at it. Many people have gone toe-to-toe with The Undertaker. Was it this year? I knew it was recent. I feel like he's so popular, though, at a point that it almost makes it awkward. Because you can't, like... You can't... Like, the guy's died, right? Like, the guy's probably, like, died multiple times in the lore of, like, The Undertaker, right? So you can't have him lose. It doesn't make, like, any sense. He's so popular, people just get angry if he loses. But, like, there's only so long and so many times you can just have somebody, like, pathetically lose against The Undertaker. Before then people get bored, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it's like one of those things where you buy glitter and send it to somebody's house. Like, not glitter, but, like, you know those little parcels that you open and it shoots glitter everywhere? It's like that, except, like, instead of, like, glitter, it's like Steve Austin, like, bursts out and just, like, absolutely knocks you out cold on the concrete. I think like Hulk Hogan will be undisputed in having the best specialer of all time. Like, yeah, the People's Elbow was cool and fancy, like all that jazz. The Big Show was cool, but at the same time, going into a state of Hulkamania is like incomparable. You know what I mean? I'm sure we've all gone into a state of Hulkamania. I went into a state of Hulkamania like a couple months ago when people keep asking me to do the clown honk. I went into a... That's what I'm going to call raging out now. Is I went into a state of Hulkamania. Hey, Kilroy. Hey, Reese. Thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, the funny streamer noise is what I'm talking about, yeah. Dude, I tell you what, man. I really like this. I really like doing the noise. But it's like... people ruined it. That's why I've been kind of enjoying doing the grow, because like nobody asked me to do the grow because they're like, it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm like, okay. I can have one thing to myself then. Girl, if I was it you, was it me, was it us come back? Aren't the words right word? I think like maybe it's just because I'm like not nearly as much of a streamer. Like I literally, I mean, I sat because like Pokemon had like the the VTuber thing going on, I was like, I'm gonna stop by because I'm curious as to like how this all operates and like what it is, right? Like how what kind of content is being, you know, is it games or is it just like just chatting or how does it work? But like, amount of stupid comments, oh my god, amount of stupid questions. I was like, oh my god, did you care? If that was me, I would be like, I'm losing my mind. But like, I was like, man, she is kind of a pro. Like, she just like, I mean, granted, her chat has got like 10,000 people in it, right? So, you know, probably easier to like ignore it and just like, you know, swap past it. Sometimes my chat, I feel like it selectively lags sometimes, and it goes, here's a really annoying question that you've heard 100 times. Let's have the chat stall for like 15 seconds. Gonna let this one sink in. And but yeah, she can just blow past it, man. But yeah, I'm not used to it though. Malpaca, thank you very much for this up. I'm talking about, I tuned into the Pokemon VTuber thing that she was doing. Seems like a good idea, to be honest. Well, the British Isles is Republic, so it's, yeah, it's weird. British Isles is like Republic, Northern, Scotland, or England, Wales. But the UK is Northern, Wales, Scotland, England. And I think there's another one. Or it's like Great Britain. I can't remember which one, but yeah. Ponder, if you wish to feel my wrath, then you will ask questions like that more often. I think like I think that's why I find avoiding the puddles so funny. It's because he just says things that like I'm like, oh my god. Like there's literally a meme in his stream. He has like 4,000 viewers on his stream. He has like a meme that like if you ask questions, you just get like he will just straight up. The mod, he's like, mods, get him out of here, get him in the van. And I think it's hilarious, man. People like find it really funny though. I love it. See, when you're doing it as a joke, it's fine, but when you don't know. You don't know what I know. You don't know the things I've seen. I'm definitely like. So here's the thing. I definitely have a problem with authority, and I know that like as far as like if we're going by like who's the authority figure in this particular stream, that is obviously me. But like I have an issue with being like told what to do for sure. Definitely why like I'd rather, you know, like what I did with YouTube, where I'd rather make less money and just do what I want to do whenever I want to do it than have an actual real job and like, you know, make more money. Because I'm like, you tell me what to do, I will lose my mind. I mean, being told what to do is fine, but it's like when it's like in the kind of like chop, like come on, come butler, do this thing for me. I'm like properly like every fiber in my being is like do the exact opposite of what this person's asking you to do. Mrs. Penny Smythe has asked me to help her in her wheelchair down the stairs. She chops me. I'm like, push her down the stairs. Push her down the stairs. Push her down the stairs. What's the opposite of helping her down the stairs? Throwing her up the stairs probably is the opposite of helping her down the stairs. I'm not like a control freak, but like, I don't know, I just have a problem with being told what to do, dude. I understand when people are memeing though, like when, like, and also I'm like open to like, it's not like I'm like, it sounds like I'm like unreceptive to criticism. Like when I mean, if you've been in the stream more than once, you'll know that like sometimes I'll be like, guys, I have no idea what the hell I'm building. I've kind of blanked on this one here. Does anybody like play this champion and can advise? Oh, he tanked that like a champ. He's got Malamar Mortius, Wet Send, Abyssal Mask, and Adaptive Helm. Yeah, he really would do that, wouldn't he? And also Spirit's Visage and a Lockout Variant Solari. Yeah, he kind of would do that, wouldn't he? Man, he really did be... That W cooldown? Man, oh man. You know what? We're coming in really close on the end of this. I mean, it doesn't. It looks like it's got a billion years to go here. He only gets 3,999 kills though, and we have 3,477. So I'm like, Why is there a 4 death cat Ash? I mean, she's just firing ulties on cooldown from the base to try and do some damage to the people that are still in there. She's doing what she can. Veigar's preparing the interplanetary ion cannon. You actually played a 2.5 hour game. I don't even know what you would do at that point. I feel like if I got into a game that unironically lasted that long, I would just say like, right boys, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna go to the mid lane and we're gonna play rock paper scissors, and whoever like loses rock paper scissors just has to like open. And I feel like at that point, 2.5 hours deep into it, I feel like there'd be quite a lot of people that would be receptive to that request, to be honest. Yeah, it's from CNC. I think that's with the ion cannon. Like, one of my friends is obsessed with the concept of an ion cannon. So, well, I say obsessed. He just like names himself after it and stuff. I was actually playing Warhammer, like Total War, and like one of my dinosaur monsters, like Lizardman, was like a big Stegosaurus with like a cannon on the back, and I called him, like, I renamed it to the ion cannon like yesterday, because I was like, he's basically just like a fantasy ion cannon, so we'll just do that. I have the bronziest bronze 5 game ever to bronze if you want to alt tab. No, I don't want to alt tab over that, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm like 45 minutes close to the end. You want me to alt tab to watch another game? You out of your mind? Get out of here. I've got a big one, 36. Thank you very much for the sub. Ash is, yeah, Ash is for sure trying to kill still. How much does her ulti do? Like, let's see. I have to do it this way. Because my mouse, I lost control of my mouse like maybe an hour ago. Hold on. This does make things more interesting, I will say. Right, come on. Boop. There we go. Wait, I can't check. Oh, I can't check. Wait, maybe I. Okay. It does 1,700 damage. Okay. I mean, yeah, fair enough. What's wrong with your mouse? I think maybe something to do with the length of the game. It's like started to like, you know, the replay system at the best of times is not inherently a program or, you know, file format that is stable. Like, it is, you know, terrible. So like sometimes it will just crash, sometimes it will just, you know. The mouse gave up long before I did. Yeah. Who's gonna be the first one to reach 1,000 deaths? Is this the Riven that I had in the enemy team yesterday? I had a Riven 1.6 million mastery in a rank game yesterday on the Ross Boomsocks account, the main one, not the Filter Diamond one. She went 4-1 in lane. My Darius is like, I'm done. I was playing Jhin. We had Cat mid, jungle Volibear. We hard stomped every other lane. Darius was like, I'm done, right? But then we are stomping. The Riven starts literally running it down, dude. Baby bitch. It was so good. She was just flaming in all chat, flaming Darius for being terrible, blah blah blah. And it's like, you have 1.6 million mastery points, dude. Like, you know you're champion, but clearly not well enough because you're still here with us. So like, if you have that many, come on, man, you gotta be climbing some. Nobody even said anything. She was just baby raging in chat, man. And then she runs past me in the jungle. Well, wait, we're doing like Baron or something, and I'm like, wait, what? And then she just keeps going. She runs into her base, flips over the wall, runs into her pool, dies, and I'm like, well, this is a 4v5 now, so this is good. I got 2 really bad losses before that though, so I was happy to get a dub. It was the only dub I got then last night. I was 70 CS over my enemy bot laner, and I got told at ADC diff. I was fuming. And then the one before that was I had 4 Smurfs on my team, but we were against a Grandmaster Draven one trick, and we got blasted. I did okay early. Zed was very much of the like, mutually assured destruction type. He was like, I'm gonna dive into 4 people, but I might get a kill, and I'm gonna trade. That's probably actually a good idea, what he was doing. I was like looking at him like, this guy's a moron, but like, he was dying a lot, so it's probably actually like, yeah. I'm dumb. I thought Ross was from England with a very strong accent. I mean, I'm not unhappy about that. Like, I don't like necessarily making my whole personality be like, I am from Scotland. You know what I mean? I think a lot of Scottish people like lean on that quite heavily. It's like guys with beards. You know what I mean? Like, if you retweet like beardfacts.com or something, and you're like, yeah, dude, we get it, man. Or like people that vape. Like, yeah, I vape, dude, but I'm like not. Like, if somebody asks a question, I'll be like, yeah, it's this. But I mean, I don't even know what I have right now. If they ask me what tank I have, I'm like, I have no idea. I just like this fruity flavors. But like, it is like kind of what it is, right? Sometimes. So not every time, right? Some Scottish people, they just like, you know, whatever. But for me, you know, I like people to know that I'm Scottish because I'm proud of where I'm from, but I don't want it to be like my personality. It's like the same reason why like I maybe don't like play with like I always tried to make it so that like my channel was not reliant on other people, right? So like when Kiori was, you know, doing things in Uber and stuff, I'd still be in some of their videos, but I didn't want it to be like the only thing that I'm like in, or like the only thing that I'm doing. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I saw your post, Adam. Yeah, I saw you're off for like 3 days now. That's real good, man. Me, not so much. But like for me, it's just like a pride thing. Like I could not imagine being called like X's friend or like Y's friend. It's just like I don't like having like. It's not like I see it like it's like really all that hard. Like, oh yeah, Ross, all you did was post like League videos for like 6 years straight. But I don't like having like everything I've tried to work for the last like 6 years be like boiled down to like 2 words that are very like like condescending in a sense. I have nothing against people that do operate in that fashion and they don't take any like. They don't have any problem with it. It's just because I'm stubborn. I'm from Glasgow, man. I'm just stubborn, mate. I don't know. 3,590 kills. My God. Veigar, the more stacks he gets, I think it's like the more cooldown he gets, I believe, on his W alone. So he can really be stacking up. Every 50 stacks of Phenomenal Evil Power reduces Dark Matter cooldown by 10%. He's currently at 99% cooldown on his W. So you can just spam that forever, and it deals 7,500 damage. Bolgels. Managed to raw dog the withdrawals. Poggers. Pretty poggers, man. I probably should quit, but like, don't know. Maybe if I get into like athletics, I say athletic, like being fit, maybe I'll do it. But I'm just sitting on my hole playing video games all day. It's like, it is what it is. Yeah, this is another one. It's not 7 hours. It's 4. This is a game with the highest KDA. So we've got 3,600 KDA on Jesus, 3,600 KDA on Cartouche right now. Even Twitch has got like quite a lot of damage. Well, I say quite. I mean, it's obviously like there's only so like strong you can get, apart from Veigar, obviously. But like there's only so much HP he can get. Like if he built like 5 Warmogs or like 5-6 tank items, then yeah. You would probably be unkillable at that point. Get a Hextech, Gunblade, and a Death Dance, and then some other items, like some tanky items. I don't know how much AP he'd lose. He's got 7,290 AP. That's what he got right now. Karth has got 3,400. There's a lot of AP. A A lot of AP on the man. I think like Death Dance, like I mean I guess Hextech Gunblade's probably like as much as you need. Or maybe just even just Death Dance. You don't have to get the Hextech Gunblade. The extra AP doesn't make a difference. I think it's like the drain. If you're looking to let's assume that this is the real game, which it isn't obviously. Like it is a real game. It's a flex 5v5, but ranked. But let's assume that you're not playing against people that are in on it, right? You probably want to go like Death Dance over. I want to go Death Dance over Hextech Gunblade because like the passive is what you're getting it for, but at least with Death Dance you get like that 33% like damage drain rather than Hextech Gunblade, which just gives you like an active. Although the active will probably do like 4,000 damage, so you could probably one shot people with Hextech Gunblade, but you are playing Veigar, so it's like unless you're flashing, then it's like, you know. I'd really like to. I mean, I know that Veigar can't because if he leaves base, the game's over. But I'd love to see him just like attack Baron and see what he does. Just see him like blast Baron to bits in the space of like 3 seconds. Because like each of these is doing like 7,500 damage plus, right? And Baron has like maybe like 40k health, and that's on like a 0.1 second cooldown. Like he can spam that as fast as it's like it's basically on GCD, like if you play World of Warcraft. Like it has a cooldown, yeah, so you can't like perma spam it, but like it is still like, you know. Oh my god, surprised he's not like running out of mana like really horribly. Like I don't know what the mana cost is, but well, I mean his mana is actually taking a bit of a beating, to be fair. I don't know. How long to go? Only like 30 minutes left, maybe. This is 2,436 stacks for Veigar. Yeah, this is not this is an EUS game. This is a degeneracy that EUS can provide, so, when it wants to. Like I think it's hilarious that like everybody is like, I think like every pro player, every streamer, and every like person who's like experienced other is like, yeah, EUS is like the worst region by a long shot. Like. Really the most disgraceful, degenerate subterranean dwelling with which people live, and I agree. But what a place to call home. It's like it's like setting up, like playing The Sims and building your house in like Mordor, dude. I don't know. I think, well, I mean, EUS is like way more competitive. I think like thing is with EU and E, and this is just like a bias because I'm not bilingual, but like I've been on Turkey as well, and I've been a little bit on EU and E, and obviously like I don't understand what people are saying because they're speaking like certain Nordic languages or they're speaking Turkish. So like I can't with any reasonable doubt say, yeah, that person's flaming because like, you know, what do I know? Unless I see like an English word that's like mixed in there somewhere, then I can't really say for certain. But like EUS, like, you know, English is the language of love on as far as EUS is concerned. So yeah, it's just a little bit more difficult for me to like personally. I mean, I've seen Turkish people like, from what I can presume, flame in between CS. Like they'll be like orb blocking between minions, and they'll be like typing an entire sentence in between all attacks, like during the cooldown of their alls. And I'm like, there's only one thing on earth that makes a man type that fast, and it is insulting another man. And I'm like, if you only channeled that energy into actually having that fast an APM, that wasn't like typing a short story of Shakespeare like into chat to bite your thumb at someone. I bite your thumb at you, sir. Do you bite your thumb at me, sir? I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir. That kind of thing. Turkey would literally be like probably the most competitive region in the entire world if they could play as well as they type. It's intense, man. I'm convinced Turkey's a sleeper region. They get a counselor in there. They get a couple of therapists in, On deck for their pro teams. Unstoppable force, dude. Unstoppable force. That being said, I do wonder sometimes if, you know, they get a battle pass for regular US Summoner's Rift and it does come with like a behavioral therapist that will be like, yeah, that time you said that you were gonna break that person's neck, have you considered not doing that? Have you considered just having someone hug you? That would be very possibly beneficial to you. I offered somebody a hug who said they were gonna break my neck. No, break my spine. And they just called me like an ape and told me to get the C word. And I was like, okay, dude. Okay, dude. Turned out they were from Britain though. Their friend was talking to me and they were just like, I've played with this person for like since season 2. They always say this stuff. And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, you must have so much patience. And he's like, I just phase him out. And I'm like, Jesus. The big C. Get? No, like cancer. Yeah. I don't like saying it. I feel like it's a bad omen. It's a bad omen to say it. Maybe it's superstitious. The C word is actually Caesar. Caesar. Sorry. I didn't mean to make everybody cry there. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, where I'm from, Glasgow, I've had people just, like, try and, like, square goal me in the street just for the sheer crime of, like, existing within a 50-meter vicinity of them. I don't really know, man. Like, I don't think I'm ever, I'm not, I don't know, man. I'm not, like, angry at the world or out to get anybody. I definitely wouldn't offer somebody a hug who, like, accosted me in real life. But I would just be like, I don't even know how I'd react, man. Like, when the person did it to me, like, the first time, I was like, what? Like, I was just like, huh? And then his mate was grabbing him and dragging him away, and I was like, what? I was like, are you okay? Like, that was pretty much it. Like, I was kind of, like, a bit taken aback. Like, I don't really know how to react to it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if, like, making a joke about, like, giving him a hug or something would be. Because I feel like Glasgow is just homophobic enough that that would be taken as, like, an insult or something. And then they'd be like, excuse me, mate? What are you trying to imply, mate? Except in a Glasgow accent, what are you trying to say? That'll be what it is. It's not, I think, like, listen, when Pride comes around, man, people are out in droves, dude. There's lots of people. But, like, you know the type of parent, like, the football hooligan, you know, shaved head, Old Firm supporter, like, you know, you get them everywhere, dude. Disguise boxing, or much of this up. Like, your Brexit Barrys. And they tend to be the ones that are fighting. Like, I've never had, like, a goth or, like, an emo or, like, you know, an alternative person, like, somebody who, like, has an alternative style approach me or even try and start a fight, dude. Like, what is it about being angsty that just makes you, like, less aggressive, dude? It's quite ironic that, like, the conformists are ironically the people that, like, want to scrap the hardest, right? Like, the people that are, like, the anarchists and the, like, you know, all this stuff. The angsty people are the ones that are just like, I just want to have a good time. I don't want to ruin this night with a trip to either the police station or the hospital, really, to be honest. Ironic. CNN would tell you differently, though. Video games, they're turning the kids into killers, brother. Thing is, like, Scotland's a weird place because people will always, like, simultaneously, like, Well, Glasgow as well. Like, I love Glasgow. It's like the most friendliest place ever. If you want to just talk to somebody, they're happy to talk. Blah blah blah. Like, you talk to an old woman at a bus stop, she'll chat with you. Blah blah blah. Glaswegian women, notorious for like being able to hold the damn conversation together. But like, also on the flip side, like, it's just like any other city, man. It has its share of buttheads. How much damage is Carthus doing it? Let's analyze. His Q does only about 1400 damage. His AP is only 3554. Veigar is sitting on 7642 AP, which is pretty decent. I have not heard it was cash in so long. Like, I think the last time I actually heard it was like V, like maybe like 12 years ago. I forgot that that was the thing at the end of every green text. Like, if one wanted to legitimately visit Scotland, I mean, if you want the whole tourist experience and like you want to go to have a drink on like the Royal Mile or something in Edinburgh. If you want like actual nightlife and stuff like that, then probably Glasgow. Sauchiehall Street, Argyle, not Argyle Street actually. Yeah, no, Sauchiehall Street probably is where you want to go. Sauchiehall Street. Joke javelins. That's what you call green tech? Yeah, I forgot about that. I remember finding that very funny. I was like, wait, what? I thought you meant like spliffs. Because weed makes things funny. They're joke javelins. But that's not. Yeah. What about red light? They don't have a red light district. I don't think. I'm pretty sure. Favorite place you visit outside Scotland? Probably Tokyo. It's just a really good experience. Had it. Dublin's pretty cool as well. But that's just like, it's like Glasgow too, basically. Yeah, when we went to Tokyo, we were just like go to bars every night and then just actually talking to Japanese people. Sometimes in terrible broken Japanese, sometimes in English, sometimes in a little bit of Monica, a little bit of Jessica, a little bit of both. But yeah, I could like. I totally get people are like, when I go to Japan, I'm gonna be there 2 weeks. I only want to spend like a couple of days in Tokyo. Then I want to go to Osaka. I want to go to Kyoto. I want to go blah 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 this year, this and that. But like, dude, I could spend another month in Tokyo, like, and like not be bored. We're coming in on the final moments of this game. Well, not the final moments. Like, we're still a considerable amount. We're still like, at least 200 kills off. But yeah. Press X. Yes. 422,000 gold on Carthus. Veigar is sitting just under a quarter of a milli. I'm still impressed that like it's been like 3.5 hours and like literally like Riven's only earned like 27k. Is that nuts or what? Like, I don't know, dude. What's the point of this? What's the point of the game or the point of me watching it? The point of me watching it is just because I know like I want to challenge myself. Also, it makes a sick video. Makes a really good title and concept. They want to break records, so they want to break records in a ranked game, and that's what they're doing. So Carthus has got the world record for the most amount of kills in a game. I believe Veigar has the record for the most CS and also the most AP in a ranked game. I'm not really sure if any other records are being broken particularly. Revan possibly up there with the most amount of deaths as well. That could count as a record in itself for sure. I would really hate to see anybody try and break that record in my games. Well, so are you enjoying your job today? Well, I mean, listen. I mean, streaming's for fun, kind of like fun hobby thing for me. So like, we ain't working right now. Yeah, we're doing a YouTube thing on the side. Like, we're gonna post on YouTube, but like, I don't like to think of it like that way. I don't, you know, I like to think that if I want to stream, if I'm streaming, it's because I want to stream rather than have to or feel an obligation to do so. And I feel like maybe that comes across like a little bit more when I'm like, you know, playing. Hopefully it does. I don't know. If it's a ranked game, is anybody worried? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Bum, bum, ba-dum, boom. We've only got 160 more kills to go. 160 more Karthus kills, and then Karthus will have achieved enlightenment. I'm actually curious how it ends, because I'm wondering if it's just got like, maybe it got, it can't have gotten a little bit too much for Veigar, right? Surely not. How much HP do the cannons have? Actually, now that I think about it, the cannons have 11k HP themselves. 11k HP. I have to say, like, how many Barons have spawned this game? I've probably missed like 40 Barons at this point. The most deaths should be 1066. I mean, Riven is gonna surpass that by a large margin. Barons kill is a record. Oh, so that's another record, the number of Barons killed in a single game. So Twitch took that one as well. How are they well, I mean, there's no like, so like, you're always gonna be worth like a small amount of gold. So I think it's like 90, but I guess I thought it was 90, but I guess it's 100 gold is what your limit to how much your worth is, right? I mean, it wouldn't make any sense if like you were literally worth nothing in the game. What about dragons? I don't know how many Elder Dragons have been taken. I mean, they've all been taken, so like presumably, you know, they are. That is a record too, probably, right? Alright, Angels, take care. Presumably that is also a record. Although, I haven't been keeping track of who's been taking it. I think it's Twitch as well, actually. So that's Pog. The amount of minions killed on Veigar, I believe, is also a record. How's it still going on? By sheer force of will, it's still going on. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Can he get a kill? Can he steal it? Can he steal it? Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Right, let's see. I want to see how much HP Baron has when it spawns, but there we go. How much HP has it got? 49,000 HP Baron has right now. Like, look at the health bar on the thing, dude. Like, Jesus. They're so tiny. That's a terrifying thing, right? I'm gonna go down to how much is Elder Dragon got? Elder Dragon probably also similarly scales. Well, the people that held the hot, like, they were going for just the longest game. Like, the people in the 7-hour rank game, they didn't really, I guess, like, Nasus tried to stack, but like, they didn't really do much beyond that. 46k HP, that one. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go back to Karthus. Chat says, bless you, Maisie. Did you win your TFT game?
No, I think 4.
I feel like I was going to say, are you still in that game? But that probably was like an hour ago.
Yeah, that was the last game.
Yeah.
We're already at, like,
I feel like time has gone by quite quickly. Although it also feels like it simultaneously stood still at the same time. I don't really know how to explain the phenomenon that I'm experiencing. Did you win the last one?
4th.
4th? Okay. Are you winning that?
Win.
Huh?
I still win.
Are you winning that one?
I'm falling off.
One off a 3-star Jax.
Pog.
Poggies. Right. 3,932 AP on Karthus right now. What's Twitch got? Is that 1800 AD? 1800 AD? Okay, dude. Veigar, he's got 8,117 AP right now. 2,611 Stacks of phenomenal evil power. He doesn't. He's not even really trying to get his Qs off anymore, to be honest. He's just trying to clear the waves, I suppose. We are we're 100 kills off of this game being over. 3,899 kills, 1 death on Karthus. Pockies. Maisie came like top 4 like every game we played yesterday. I a mega coin flipper. Second's still a dub though. I honestly don't think the difference between first and second is like nearly enough to care that much. I feel. Yeah, you don't get to see you won, but I mean you could see you won because you did. If you come top 4, you won the game. Really, you didn't like win, but you won. It's a dub. It's been a long journey. What? Maybe it's like a little bit late. 3.5 hours into this, so I'm like, why did I do this again? I feel like if I question it, it's worse. I shouldn't question it, right? I should just like, please tell me I have been recording. Okay. That could have been even worse. Possibly the worst thing that could have ever happened is me being like, yeah. Because then I'd have to be like, right, we're going to do it all over again, guys. Gotta do it all over again. That wouldn't be the first time I've done that. Thankfully, I don't seem to forget when 4 hours of my life depends on it. Maybe like an hour. Maybe like an hour of my life I'll forget, yeah. But like when it comes to 4 hours, oh my god. I gotta say Twitch put up a good fight trying to dodge all those W's for sure. No, I was joking. It's recording. We're not doing this over again. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We're so close, dude. 68 kills away. We're coming at the last step, the last stage of the game. It's been a fantastic journey. It has been a good journey. I had a good time. I hope you all enjoyed your stay. I mean, we're not like, I mean, people on YouTube, it's gonna end at the end, right? But like, I'm gonna continue streaming after this, and then we're gonna play some actual games of League of Legends. So don't worry about that, right? I feel like it was just one big chat. We had a good chat, didn't we? He's got 2,600. I don't think it's changed much. Yeah, 2,636 stacks. I enjoyed my stay. Thank you for the XQCL poggers. Any juicers in chat? Dan. It has been Mr. Bones' wild ride, hasn't it? Gimme a sandwich. Thank you very much for the sub. I don't understand how you have the willpower to sit and watch a league game for 4 hours. I've been trained by watching Korean teams versus each other. Trying to sit through one of their 70-minute games over the last couple of years. Those games have trained me very well to watch monotonous League of Legends games where nothing happens. At least this game has kills. You sit there and you watch like Season 7 SKT versus like someone else. 70-minute game, there's like 14 kills in 70 minutes, and you're like, man, wow. What's the champ concept you want to have? And well, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that, to be honest. I haven't thought about like what I'd like in League. A champion wearing some budgie smugglers. How about that one? I want Speedo to be... Actually, I guess, like... No, actually, Graves wears trunks. Never mind. He's only got the magical footwear. How many stacks? Still 3,600. Nothing has changed. Karthus, he's still on 3,800 AP. it only changes like once every like. When does Gathering Storm work? Is it like once every minute or like what is it? Yeah, once every minute. Now I think it's every 10 minutes actually, right? Because he just jumped up 400 AP, so I'm gonna assume that was Gathering Storm. Gonna assume that was Gathering Storm doing Borat's passive is, you will never get this, you will never get this. Gives him 10% dodge chance. I'd really like it if we just did not reintroduce dodge to the game. It was hilarious, right? Dude, you kids, you damn Zoomers have it easy. I remember playing Twisted Tree Line back in the day, and Jax could literally dodge the fountain. And if he was fed, he would literally just run into your pool and beat you to death in your own fountain while it missed him every single time. It would miss every shot on him. Like, are you kidding me? It's amazing. It was hilarious, right? But at the same time, Jesus, man. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, I mean, like, playing, like, Tryndamere into Jax is, like, like, for me, a bit of a difficult lane. But, like, it was, like, literally impossible. Like, back in the day. Like, if you were playing Tryndamere and somebody picked Jax, like, and they had dodge runes, like, you're quite literally, like, unable to do anything. Like, a champion that basically entirely relies on auto-attacking at close range. Like, you just never win. You just do not win. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 kills to go. 4 more kills. 4 more kills. 4. I think he's gonna ulti actually. I think he's gonna. Is he gonna ulti for the finale? 3,000. Wait, no. No, he has to get 4. Yeah, he has to get 4 more kills. 4 more. Chat. People are gonna skip to this part in the video, so by all means, say hello to YouTube. All the people that have skipped to the end to see exactly what's happening. Boom, 3,999 kills. Give up. We did it. We did it. We did it. I was here. Oh, yes. 4 hours. Is that 4 hours? It's like just under, right? Yeah, like 8 minutes on. I mean, the game's still going on for a little bit longer, so they're still defending. Just under 4 hours, man. Dear God. They're letting it end. So let's have a final tally before the game ends of everything that we've seen. 6,000 CS on Veigar. He is sitting on 8,475 AP with 2,663 stacks of phenomenal evil power. Karthus, on the other hand, he was sitting at 3,999 kills. Hold on a minute, my mouse is still borked. I can't quite get up there. Boom. Okay, this is super awkward. I'm just gonna back up a little bit. I can't click on him when he does that. I need him to. I've crashed again. I've just crashed it. Hey, is that NL emotes in my chat? Oh yeah. Can I do that too? Lion Demon 1. I can't. Okay, yeah. Okay, go. Right, final tally for Karthus. As far as Jesus. Dude, the mouse. The mouse. 4,205 AP to finish off. God knows how many stacks of Gathering Storm. 2 Warmogs, Archangels, 25 stacks Medjais, and a double Rabadons. I didn't even count how many Barons and Elder Dragons Twitch got, but it was presumably quite a lot, right? What a game. Thank you all for being part of the journey. People on YouTube that skip to the end, you're playing this video on easy mode, okay? You're playing this video on easy mode. Why don't you come back to me? When you watch the whole thing through all the way, and then watch the seminar one, then you can come. Then you can leave your comment. Oh yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Just subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Okay.